Are you still searching for the perfect holiday gift? I got to tell you, you are almost out of luck. I mean, this is pretty much the last day you can get them. Well, look no further because Stitcher Premium Gifting is now available. Give the podcast lover in your life the gift of 21,000 hours of premium content, ad-free listening, exclusives, bonus episodes, stand-up comedy albums, and so much more. Stitcher Premium Gifting is available in 3-month, 6-month, or 1-year options, and your special someone will receive the gift via email and a link to redeem. Go to Stitcher.com/gift to purchase yours today.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Get your meat hooks off the comic books and put your salami inside of my mommy. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Yep.
You know, at first I thought that sounded rude.
You were petrified. That was a clip that we played on the last episode.
But then, it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Thanks to Call Waiting for Godot for that catchphrase submission. And welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Best of 2018, part 2. Part 2.
We're doing
part 2. Gonna take you to part 2. That is a Big Audio Dynamite reference.
Bad.
Yes. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Best of 18.
Thank you.
Best of 18. I imagine I put a little apostrophe before 18.
Comedy Bang Bang has put out 18 episodes. These are the best
These
of
are the
those.
best 18. Let's say hello to everyone. My name is Scott Aukerman. Welcome to the show. This is part 2, of course.
Scott,
yeah.
Introduce me.
I'll get there.
No, but tell him who I am. Tell him who I am.
Okay. Right now? I was going to give you a nice big introduction. I was going to talk about a lot of your...
Okay.
You want me to say some nice things about you?
Do your thing.
Paul F. Tompkins is here.
Yeah. Oh, you not no nice things.
I figured that you wanted to be introduced.
I said do your thing.
It just seemed to me like you were going to be upset if I didn't introduce you right away.
Well, I'm upset now. I didn't know about the nice things.
Okay, let me try to do the nice things.
All right.
He was not
a good start.
Law and Order nor 30 Rock.
These are the nice things?
These are the nice things. He did not sully those wonderful television programs.
Scott, you are doing me dirty.
No, of course, we all know Paul F. Tompkins from his many appearances on this show, but his wonderful career off mic.
And on the boards.
Of course.
Broadway.
And the Old Globe Theater.
Oh, the Old Globe Theater.
Have you ever done a Shakespeare play, Paul?
No, I never have. I
would love to see you in one.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I think it would be really fun. You could do like a 2-month run. What is there a Shakespeare?
2 minutes later. I don't know what any of those words mean is the problem.
Okay. You don't know what run means?
Forsooth and shit.
Oh, those words. The ones
Shakespeare words. Thou.
Thou just means you.
Dost.
Does.
Oh, this is easier than I thought.
Yeah. All you gotta do is
methinks.
I think.
What? It's not.
These are easy.
It's 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's all. There. Does it solve it? Is there a part in a Shakespeare play that you were like that you've ever been like all things being equal, that would be fun to play that?
I mean, I guess like Richard III.
That'd be fun.
Would be fun.
The Hunchback of England.
I mean, it's there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, what is it? He wants horses and all sorts of stuff.
He loves them.
He loves horses.
He loves them. He's a horse guy.
Horses may come up a little later in our countdown.
Oh,
that's right.
Are we going to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes, we are.
A thing that's on the edge of my brain all the time.
Did you want to play Shakespeare's Red Dead Redemption 2 as well?
To
the second?
To essay the role
of Red Dead Redemption the second. Oh, man. I think if Shakespeare were alive today, he would be writing video games.
For sure.
He'd be writing cutscenes from video games.
Oh, Oh, how has slain me.
He would talk exactly the same.
How I must eat.
Oh, I die.
I must pick and eat these herbs to restore my dead-eye core.
That is the type of specificity that only a true player would offer to that
true
riff.
player. I'm a gamer.
You are
and
a gamer.
I feel like it's about ethics and journalism.
Ah, yes. You're a big Gamergate person, are you not?
Big gamer.
Oh, love it.
And I'm a big QAnon guy, too.
I love the idea of QAnon.
It's great.
That there's some secret guy out there who's giving us all the secret dirt.
Guys, I got some new secrets for you.
New secrets. The new QAnons are here.
Me, QAnon. Are you ready for the latest secret?
Yeah, here's Trixie, is he not?
Welcome to the show. What we're going to be doing this episode is we are. I touched the flame just to see if it was hot.
I touched the flame. The flame I touched.
We have some fake candles here. I mean, they're not fake; they are real, but they are not fire candles. They are or battery operated.
This is interesting.
Yes,
are they real candles?
They're. I mean, the wax is fake.
They're shaped like candles.
The light is fake.
They appear to be.
They appear, but
the wax is fake. The light is fake, and thus I spake. The candle's fake.
You gotta do Shakespeare, my man.
Gotta do it.
You were born for it.
Gotta do it.
What about like The Tempest? You want to play, King Lear? What about King Lear? That'd be fun.
You gotta pick somebody up.
Picks. Oh! I thought you meant like on the way to rehearsals.
Yeah, you got a carpool.
All those three daughters.
Yeah,
you gotta pick them up every day.
Yeah,
doesn't sound fun to me.
It's weird that Shakespeare wrote that into
whosoever plays the Mad King. Is he the Mad King?
He must carpool with his daughters, or else my curse is upon you.
The Shakespeare curse. No, not the Macbeth one.
Not that. That's you guys. That
you
was not me.
thought of it. Not the Wandering Jew curse.
Oh, wandering Jew curse. Wandering Jew curse to me.
Wow. You should play Shakespeare. I think that would be fun. Like we should for fun maybe do a reading of a Shakespeare thing one night. That would be fun, right? Maybe one of his comedies or something.
My fear is that I would be absolutely terrible at it.
I think all we would have to do is study it for months and months and months.
That sounds good.
And work with acting coaches.
Man, we're doing this for free, right?
Oh, of course.
Sounds good.
I think it would be fun. I did Midsummer Night's Dream when I was in college, and that was a lot of fun. And I did Romeo monologues. Banished.
Oh no! What did he want banished?
He, I believe, Romeo is banished himself.
Oh, he got banished.
So he was complaining about it. A lot of. That's what Shakespeare is like people complaining about things.
Romeo going banished, and he kicks a rock.
Banished. Is it Romeo or is it another dude? No, I get Romeo and Hamlet confused.
Well, they're different.
They are different people, right?
They're not even in the same movie.
Oh, man. What an amazing movie to have the whole Shakespeare extended universe.
Oh, my God.
All those characters together. The Avengers of Shakespeare.
The SCU. To have, like, if they did, like, a Justice League or Avengers.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
With Shakespeare characters.
You just have, like, Lady Macbeth. Just totally,
The powers of persuasion.
Out, brief candle. To the last syllable of recorded time. Is that her?
I know she's out damn spot for sure.
Out damn spot. That's what I meant. What is the brief candle? Time. What is it? Blah, 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 blah. To the last syllable of recorded time. I used to know all these things. Blah, blah, blah to the...
Wait, if we can do that, then I'm in for the Shakespeare thing.
My old teacher had a wonderful expression he coined called bard-libbing. Which was
tell me about this.
Yes, if you're ever on stage and you can't remember your next line, you just say things like, "Forsooth,
yeah,
how does one?" and just kind of like ramble on.
Hour, I canst imagine all the gates of heaven oped for me.
It sounds good,
right?
Until you can finally remember it.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. I would love to do like a mashup or a Hulk smash-up, Hulk mashup of all these Shakespeare things and, just like...
all these Shakespeare things.
You're a big Blink-182
I
fan.
love them.
Scored by the music of Blink-182.
A Shakespeare Avengers.
Shakespeare Avengers scored by the music of Blink-182.
Blink-183.
What a weird night at the theater that would be. But God damn it, if we couldn't pull it off.
Gotta make it happen.
I think that would be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
I have several one night only things that I want to do. Of course, there's our Little Shop of Horrors.
Of course there is.
That we've been threatening people that we were going to do a night of for years. Yeah. And then there's the Rocky versus Rambo stage reading.
Oh yeah. Why hasn't that happened?
Well, I want to get Stallone involved. I want to get Stallone to read one of the parts.
Is that what's holding it up?
Yes, honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get it to him.
Are you ever prepared to let that go, or is that a deal
my
breaker?
one condition? I think it's a
Is that
deal
your one
breaker.
condition? Okay.
No, it's just the time of doing it. I would love it if Stallone would do it. If we did it for charity and he were to do it, and maybe Nick Kroll does the other, does either Rocky or Rambo.
I mean,
whichever.
he seems to have a terrific sense of humor about himself, and a terrific sense of humor in general.
He probably does.
Probably.
I think it'd be fun. Those are my top 3 charity one night only events that I want to do is Rocky versus Rambo, Little Shop of Horrors, and the Shakespeare Avengers scored by the music of Blink-182. And if someone else could be in charge of any of these, I'll show up.
Who's in the Shakespeare Avengers? Lady Macbeth,
Polonius,
Hamlet. Well, so you were taking like
Rosencrantz, Guildenstern.
No, come on. If we're real, I mean, are we
The
gonna
real
do this?
Avengers?
Are we going to do this?
Okay. You got to have Hamlet.
Gotta have Hamlet.
You got to have Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
You got to have King Lear.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Lady Macbeth over Macbeth.
yeah, you're probably right. Lady Macbeth. You got to have Bottom.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
famous power bottom, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Throw him in there.
Throw him in there.
I like this a lot.
That's a good 7.
Ebenezer
Wait, who does update?
Who does update?
Yeah,
Colin Jost?
Colin Jost. Yeah,
No,
throw Colin Jost in there.
I don't want him in there.
All right, I like Colin.
He's fine, but come on.
Big Bang Bang fan.
It's a bridge too far. It's a bridge too far.
Who else? I'm trying. There must be one we're forgetting. What about one of his comedies? His comedies, the lead characters are not. They're not as well regarded as those other ones. I guess maybe Richard III would be in there, but we got
Richard III. Yes,
we got to get more women than Lady Macbeth and Juliet in there. Who else do we have? I guess maybe instead of
Beatrice from Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah, she's good, right?
Powerful lady.
She's a powerful lady. Okay, put Beatrice. Is that her name though? See, that's the thing. If they don't have
believe
name,
that it is.
Is she like Black Widow though, or she's just?
She's just what?
She was barely put in there just to get, like no one really knows her. Although she'll have a movie of her own.
Taming of the Shrew is pretty famous.
Taming of the Shrew is, but Beatrice, I'm not sure that. I mean, there are probably Shakespeare fans out there who are like, Beatrice, of course. But
probably Shakespeare fans screaming at their iPods right now.
But Beatrice doesn't like, like if you were to say Hamlet, everyone, you don't even need to say Shakespeare.
Well, he's the titular role.
Yeah, everyone knows who that is. If you
All
were
of
to
the
say
rest of
Romeo.
these are title characters.
Yeah, there's never been another Romeo. But Beatrice.
And there never will be.
Other than Caesar Romeo.
What if it was called The Taming of Beatrice, the Shrew?
See, that is. And that I've
Why don't we just call her the Shrew?
Okay, the Shrew is in there. Great. No, that's been my opinion. If you want to be nominated for Emmys, if you're an actor and you want to be nominated for Emmys,
better make a pretty woman your wife.
You should always insist that the show be titled after your character. Because Nurse Jackie, Dexter, because anytime you go out there and present on the Emmys, and when I say present, I mean stick your asses out on the Emmys.
Stick your red ass out there to let everyone know you're ready to mate.
They always say like Nurse Jackie herself, Edie Falco, or TV's Dexter.
Can I tell you something though, Scott?
What?
This is a name that changes all the rules.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
No. Valerie.
But that was her real name though.
It was her real name, but it was also the character's name.
It was Valerie Jarrett, right? She played.
Yeah, Valerie Jarrett. I thought the bitch was right.
She had that whole career as a sitcom star before she went to work for Obama.
Valerie Harper
Right.
was the star of the show that became the Hogan Family.
Right.
Valerie Harper had a contract dispute, and they
were like, "You can't fire Valerie."
I think she thought like there's this.
She's like, "Look, this is my show."
Yeah. Boing, she's gone. The
She's
Hogan
gone.
Family.
Sandy Duncan is in.
Sandy Duncan is in to win.
And they didn't call it Sandy.
No, they didn't. They call it the Hogan family.
But do they
because
call
like, let that be a lesson to all of you.
Aren't they calling it the Connor family too? The Roseanne thing?
The Connors, yeah.
The Connors, yeah.
There's a precedent.
There's a precedent, but the Hogan family was canceled like right after. Like,
No, it was not. Hogan family ran for a while.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
How long? Let's look this up. How long did the Hogan family? We're looking
both
into
looking
the
at the
control
booth and no one's in there.
and everyone's just like leaving. All right, we'll figure
Sam's
this
back
out.
with a bowl of popcorn.
That's what you went to go eat? Popcorn? That's not going to be give you a filled up stomach. What am I trying to say?
That's not going to give you a filled up stomach.
Let's talk about recent TV trivia. I feel like we've talked about I Dream of Jeannie and Valerie.
TV trivia. Yeah.
What is there a recent show that has any kind of trivia that you know?
Ooh,
We talked about Smash though. That's
Smash
semi-recent.
is pretty recent. There was an episode of 60 Minutes on the other night. That,
Okay, let's talk about the trivia.
I heard that
Wasn't Oprah Winfrey a 60 Minutes contributor for a while, or is she still one?
was she?
I think she's like, it's like one of those things where like, I'm Mike Wallace. I'm Lady Bird Johnson. No, who am I thinking of?
No, it's Lady Bird Johnson.
And I'm Oprah Winfrey. Remember me?
Wow, here's what's weird. The Hogan family,
Yeah.
they're not listed in IMDb. I bet if I put in Valerie,
Then it would, oh really?
have they been, is this a Mandela effect?
Oh no, is this a Bernstein Bears? Does everyone know it as Valerie? That is interesting. How do you IMDb this if
1986 to 1991.
86.
Yeah.
86 through 91, 5 years.
6 seasons.
6 seasons.
They did
How many
six
of
seasons.
these are Valerie seasons? How many of these are Hogan family seasons?
I don't know, man.
Why don't you look up the Wikipedia, not IMDb, bro?
All right, man. I'll look at the wiki. By the way,
Meanwhile, Sam's just eating popcorn, not one to help us at all.
and no one cares about this.
Just munching on popcorn like we're a movie or something.
munching on popcorn.
He's behind this like large rectangular
on
glass,
pie.
and we're just a movie to him, and he's just eating popcorn and enjoying himself.
Yeah, we are like a little movie to him.
We are the best movie.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
All right, what do you got on the Hogan family?
Hogan family, originally titled Valerie and later Valerie's Family.
That's right. Because they did a season of just where they were grieving her.
It aired on NBC from 86 to 90 and then on CBS from 90 to 91.
What a tumultuous show this is.
It had its ups und downs. It was Valerie from 86 to 87 and Valerie's Family from 87 to 88.
Okay, so 1 year with Valerie, 1 year without Valerie where they didn't have Sandy Hogan, right? Sandy Duncan. Sandy Hogan. And then what are we talking? 4 years with Sandy?
I guess 4 years with Sandy.
What are the decisions?
The people you meet in heaven.
What are the decisions they're making? Like, this concept is too good to let go. This concept of a family.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was on this show that they couldn't let out of their contract? Maybe is Joey Lawrence on this?
No, Jason Bateman was on it.
Jason Bateman was on it. Okay, that's when you got a Bateman. You don't want to let him out of your contract. You'll move heaven and earth.
Keep that Bateman close to your heart.
Keep your Batemans close.
Valerie Harper, Sandy Duncan, Jason Bateman, Danny Ponce, of course, Jeremy Licht, and Josh Taylor.
Who are these people?
Who are these
people? Seinfeld. And we're back to Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld is also in the Shakespeare Avengers.
Of course. Seinfeld. And the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be there.
Yeah.
No soup for you.
Yeah, he'd be there.
He'd be there. Come on, he'd be there.
He'd just be there.
Maybe he's the Thanos. So all of the Shakespeare Avengers unite.
With Ebenezer Scrooge and Seinfeld.
And they're defeating the Soup Nazi. All scored to take off your pants and jacket.
That's right.
I want to do this. We got to do this, right?
We gotta
Don't we got to do this?
We gotta do this.
Don't we got to do this?
Yeah.
All right, that'll be coming up next holiday season. We'll put on it'll be a big big Christmas event.
All right.
It'll be like
Instead of PCast.
Yeah, and we'll do it at Radio City Music Hall.
And then we'll show Pete's Dragon.
Yes, as a bonus.
Yeah.
That's not what you're paying the tickets for
No.
for Pete's Dragon, but it's a good bonus.
Yeah.
All right, guys, today we are counting down the episodes on our previous episode. Go back and listen to that one if you haven't heard that one. What are you doing with your life? You just want to hear the top 10?
Why would you start with this?
You don't want to hear 11, 12, 13, and 14?
You're only cheating yourself.
Come on, go listen to those. Those were funny episodes. But on this episode, we're going to be counting down 10, 9, 8, and 7. And these are all episodes that were voted on by you, the listeners. At the end of last year, we cut off... What am I trying to say? At the end of this year, we put up the page.
Can I say, you ask me that a lot, and I never know.
What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
I know.
It's tough. It puts me in a bad position.
Yes, I'm sorry to put you in that position, Paul. I apologize.
I accept your
guy
apology
who apologizes
on the air
for tiny microaggressions that the other person.
It's great.
So you all voted on these episodes. We did about 60 episodes this year, and you all voted on, we got over 36,000 votes this year.
Wow.
36,000 votes. That's a lot for just, I mean, considering, you got to go to a website and press buttons and all that kind of stuff. That's not a bad amount.
Scott, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, full disclosure, I have voted in the past in the best.
What?
Yes,
for your own episodes?
Well, obviously. Well, I'm not even going to try to
You're
do a
trying
bit
to
about that.
bump your
Of course
numbers?
yeah, of course. I'm allowed to. Have you ever voted in any of the best ofs?
I have I? There might have been one year where I was like, this episode was one of my favorites, and I can see the results. And we've talked about the various reasons why people vote for certain episodes and why they don't vote for certain episodes. Some of it comes down to the title. If a title reminds them of what was in the episode in the particular way that...
or if it reminds them of a lost love.
That's right. If, like, say an episode is called Jennifer Mandrell, and you used to date someone named Jennifer Mandrell.
That's right.
I mean, that you may vote for that episode.
Exactly.
But
and you may be a redneck.
Occasionally, I will see an episode is not getting its due, and I may have tried to bump up the votes in the past and voted for it a few times. Maybe like about 4 years ago. I did not vote for any of them this year, nor I believe the previous 2 years.
But it was an interesting insight into the man, and thank you, Scott. And I'll see you later.
All right, wait, now you're leaving again?
Gotta go out on that. There's no way I'm going to top it.
All right, let us tarry no further. Let us get to your... Episode 10.
Number 10.
All right, episode 10. This is episode 566, which...
Again, we're in the 500s.
Yeah, I believe we will always be in the 500s on this countdown because...
there's a lot of episodes.
Episode 500 was on our previous countdown. So,
but...
And we did about 60 episodes, and we ended the year on about 577 or so. All right, this is 566, and this is an episode called The Calvin's Triplets.
Oh, boy.
The Calvin's Triplets. Let's talk about these guys. This is the third in a triptych, or triptych. How does one say that? Triptych? Triptych. This is a triptych. This is a trilogy that started several years ago. Approximately, if I had to guess, we did the first one of these 6 years ago or so.
In a humble cabin with a dirt floor.
Maybe 5 years ago. Two guys, Taran Killam and Paul Britton, whom you would know from Saturday Night Live. Taran has a show out there right now called Single Parents on ABC that he's in. They were on Saturday Night Live together, and they enjoyed each other's company so much they wanted to do an episode of the podcast together. So they came.
So they did.
And the end. All right, let's get to that clip. No, they came and did a hilarious episode called The Calvin's Twins, where they didn't have anything planned. They just, I remember I said, okay, what do you guys want to do? And Taran turned to Paul and said, I was thinking about something where like these guys raise horses. And Paul said, okay. And
is that what he sounds like to
okay.
you?
That's what he sounds like to me.
It's a
okay,
little,
Mr. Killam.
Oh, wow.
Anything you say, Mr. Killam.
This is demeaning.
No, and those guys just riffed a hilarious episode where they were horse fight promoters who also owned a bee honey farm where horses punch each other to death.
That's right.
And they were twins, even though they had separate names, Beaver Hopox and Chico Hands.
That's right.
Collectively, they were known as the Calvin's twins. So they did that episode, which was really, really funny. And then last year we did, and it was a long time in between the sequel, but we were able to get them both together again. And they did another episode where the Calvin's twins returned, and they brought in Ryan Gall, who is a hilarious guy that we have both worked with. A cast member of Bajillion Dollar Properties with you.
That's right.
Really funny guy. And he knows Taryn and Paul, and they said, hey, can we get Ryan involved? So he came in and played Bisbee St. Hancock, who was their arch rival, who then ended up realizing at the end of that episode that he was related to them. And ergo, we now have the Calvin's triplets. And of course, we had to get together and do another episode. So we're going to listen to this. This is just part of the episode. This is the beginning part of the episode, pretty much. This is your episode 10.
Number 10.
Welcome, guys.
Beverly, Chico, and Bisbee are here. And we brought in Petunia.
Oh, Petunia's here.
Petunia.
Calm down there, Petunia. Calm down.
What a sweet,
Easy,
sweet little
Petunia.
baby.
She's a champion, but she's a lady.
You have her dressed up as
Oh, yeah.
As a stormtrooper.
That
like a Star Wars.
From Star Wars, not a Nazi.
No.
a Nazi.
I don't want to paint the wrong picture for anyone.
That's right.
Like Star Wars.
Pure Stormtrooper Star Wars.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Kids love it. Mm-hmm. They come in and you can sell it to them. You can say, would you like to ride a stormtrooper?
That's right. Bisbee is a huge Star Wars fan.
is this part of your business now? Is
Sure.
riding the horses that are going to fight later?
Well, that's one thing. We have a meeting every Monday morning now at 11 p.m. and we talk about
Pre-prayer.
Pre-prayer. You said Monday morning, you say?
every Monday morning
At 11 p.m.? You guys have a very unusual sleep cycle.
We only follow Greenwich Mean Time.
Okay.
We never change our clocks.
That's right.
We think daylight savings is a hoax.
It's a hoax and a scam.
There.
Thank you, Chico. So, and you
But
guys
every month
have
we
a
think of
meeting?
creative things we can do to
Expand
help
the business?
our business thrive.
Yeah, and this is one of the new
One of
ones.
them
Is
was.
hey, why aren't the kids paying to ride these horses before they knock each other to death?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, first of all, your options decrease by 50% post-fight.
Pre-fight, you got the pickings.
You got two options there because you never ride a horse. Like more than 20 minutes out from fight.
That's true.
Because as soon as you ride a horse and it's before 20 minutes before they're in fighting mode, they just become a riding horse.
They're just a riding horse at that point. They're not a fighting horse.
That's right. And then, but if you are in that 20-minute window with that horse you've been training and breeding
right.
and prepping for the fight,
But
they'll hold on to that. Their brains can't fully form and go like, oh wait, maybe riding's what we're supposed to be doing.
That's right. Horse never forgets.
Does it cause any sort of
Within 20 minutes of a fight.
Right, then they do forget. Does it
Then
cause
after the 20-minute marker, they definitely forget what's the
Right.
premise of what I was explaining.
But never.
Brains just
but
get
never
erased.
forgets.
But never
For 20
forgets.
you
unless
guys
it's 20
got to
over
get it on
20
the same
minutes.
page on one of your Monday morning meetings at 11 p.m.
This is why they take so long.
That's true. But we set up some horses with all sorts of different costumes.
Different
You
themes.
name it, we can have a horse ready for you if you call ahead.
Because Chico's a hell of a seamstress.
I have been sewing and a seaman since I was a young boy. And
You've been doing what with semen?
seaman. It's a
Yeah,
a
I
verb.
heard you.
It's what a person does when they're making seams. Do you call that seaman?
I see. Yeah, so you've been making semen how long?
So I've been, making
Since you were
making-
13
As a
or
young
so?
boy, he was a
making
very...
semen with my. I've been seaming with my hands since I was a tween. Yeah,
That's
A
right.
twink.
He was...
a tween.
Oh, sorry.
Get that twink off your brain.
Sorry,
He
I don't
was-
know what I was
Get
thinking.
that twink off your
Our
brain.
mother was so proud because he was the first
your
to
dear
be
departed
seaman.
mother.
He was my poor mama, God rest her soul.
God rest his soul.
Who
Bisbee.
Bisbee we discovered.
Did you do a 23andMe?
We did a 3andMe.
We did a 3andMe.
It was just the three of us.
It was a little cheaper.
And did you guys semen into anything, or did you?
We did. Chico made us gorgeous suits, and he was semen all over us.
That's right.
We went in because we did it in a doctor's office. We went straight to the source.
Yeah, did you get
a blood tester source?
Was there anything on your face or on your
we
chest?
did these wonderful hoods. He was semen.
Semen on
like our
everybody's
chin.
face, too.
The semen he did was at our chin. And it went straight to the crown of our head. The semen that he did around the crown of our head was just people. We were walking down the street and they'd be like, they got some good semen on their heads.
It was great semen. It almost came right down along the cheeks.
That's right.
Down the chin.
Like a gambit hood of semen.
Like a gambit hood of semen.
Gambit from X-Men.
And by the way, Chico,
is that that's official what you call like a murder of crows?
Exactly.
It's like a gambit hood of semen.
Oh man, that was a gambit hood of semen, and I look divine.
And so you found out you are officially. Last time you were on the show, we didn't know if you had the same mother.
Yes.
Right. So you do have the same mother. And what did she used to? She was very proud, you were saying, of Chico over here?
Chico, because he was such an early semener.
Yeah.
I was tapped at a young age to sew together all sorts of costumes for the Halloweens and other pagan holidays. And
none of the Christian holidays?
No, none of the Christian holidays.
Oh, no.
Are you guys not religious? I don't think that's ever come up here.
Well, we pray.
Yes, we pray every
Yeah, I was going to say, you pray, but to different
gods.
Right.
Yeah.
And a different god every day of the week.
Right. Just to
Polytheologists.
cover your bases, that's a baseball term. I don't know if you guys follow sports.
Of course we do.
Of course.
Of course we do.
We are.
We're sportsmen ourselves.
We are the premier horsemen in all of the Florida Panhandle horse fighting divisions.
But wait,
That's
do you
right.
guys also have like a horse baseball league?
We have a softball league.
Softball, sorry. Yeah.
There's only 3 of us.
It's co-ed. It's recreational.
That's right.
But there's 3 of you. You
But
guys are all.
we have some horses play with us.
Oh, okay. Is that what Petunia's doing here today? Is Petunia a fighting horse or a softball horse? I'm not
Petunia's a champion.
Easy there,
Petunia. Oh, she's getting humble. She's getting humble. Turning her face in the corner. Petunia, you look at Scotland.
You'll be proud.
You
me,
look at
Petunia.
Scotland.
You look at me. Oh, okay, she's looking right at me.
Yeah, Petunia. Have a granola bar, Petunia. Have a kind bar. Calm down now.
So the business is good. Your business is horse fighting and sometimes riding and sometimes softball, and business is good.
Booming.
Business is booming.
You've rebranded.
Kakluman, Ship Schumann, make more roomin' because we're bringing the boomin'.
Oh,
Brought
here
you a
comes the
t-shirt,
booming.
in fact.
Oh,
That's a
thank you.
t-shirt
Oh my
for
gosh,
you.
look at this.
That's been there now. Of course, Chico semen that whole thing.
Okay, I don't think
Courtesy
Put it
of
on,
Chico
Scotland.
Seaman. That is
All that
courtesy
fine
Chico
semen
Seaman.
he did.
It's
This goes perfectly on my tits.
It's a
Yeah!
it's a half shirt.
Just a little half shirt.
That's right.
Thank you so
Little
much.
half shirt, the bottom. So you just got semen all along your man tips.
But that semen does not touch your stomach.
No,
And
thank
we're
you.
very particular about
It would not.
So thank you for this. Last time,
Good underboob.
last time you were
That's great, underboob.
I've not been complimented on that.
Scotland, I've seen a lot of hosts on the boobs.
enough. Wait, you're doing other shows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Your
gosh.
business has gotten so popular. You're doing other shows.
We're on a press tour right now.
Really?
A junket.
Okay, so what are you here to promote then? I mean, obviously you brought Petunia here. There must be something really sensational going on in your careers. This is exciting. I mean, last time you guys were going to have a horse off. You guys were fighting. We didn't even know you were related. Now we know you're related, and business is great. So what are you promoting?
Well, here's the thing, Scotland, is... As you know, we've put our lives into horse fighting.
I do know that.
Into
Your
our
lives have been
careers,
devoted to it.
into our professions. And as we've said, we've expanded, we've branded, we've left-handed, we've pan-panded, we've bajambed, and we've kind of become celebrities in our own right.
That's right.
That's true.
Okay.
We got that big dick energy from the horse fighting circuit, and people want to know all about us.
Okay.
We're a trio of swamp donkeys, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't. Should I Google that?
Hung like a swamp donkey? You've never heard that.
I've never. I'm
Swamp
gonna.
donkeys have just
I'm going to put it. Yeah,
ridiculously
I'm going to put it in
huge
quotes.
flaccid-
Yeah, nothing is coming up.
You
here.
got you got to bing it, baby.
Bing it.
Oh, but look,
Just
it
bing
does
it, baby.
say. It does say. Did you mean pick and bucket? Oh, that's just because that was
okay.
your last search.
That was my last one. Yeah,
I
they're
see.
wondering if I meant the
I
other thing
see.
that has. Yeah. So
We got offered a juice box commercial.
what?
That's right.
Really? Okay. So, and
Mott's.
I'm sorry.
Mott's.
Mott's. Oh, the applesauce.
Not,
Yeah.
just,
Apple
not just
juice.
applesauce. They do a cranberry apple, a raspberry apple.
They
Okay.
don't just do applesauce. They do Mott's.
Okay.
They do Mott's juice. In fact,
They
they
do
started
Mott's
with Mott's.
applesauce.
Okay. So they do matzo applesauce. So did you take the commercial?
Sorry, that's those are the sides.
Oh,
that we were
did you
been
think
faxed.
we're practicing our sides?
Oh, okay.
We got an audition for it.
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
we were lying.
We
second ago.
submitted for an audition.
You submitted. I remember the last time you were here, you guys went to a lot of auditions, I believe.
That's right. We've auditioned for hundreds and hundreds of different
Juice
movies,
box commercials.
juice
And-
box commercials, TV shows.
Our agent told us that we had to categorize ourselves something specific. So we said,
Like, are you a film actor? Or are you a
right,
TV
and
actor?
we said juice box.
Okay, so
We checked that box.
I love that.
A juice.
what did this audition? How did it go? What was it like? What did you have to do for the audition? Do you?
Shall we do it for him?
Well,
Sure.
And obviously, you'd have to imagine I am on top of my brother's shoulders
Right,
with a
yes.
gigantic trench coat.
And
Because as I recall,
Yes.
you have trouble with the words.
That's
is that
right.
what it is?
That's
and
right.
and you
Very
Bever,
camera shy.
you Bever have to whisper up to him.
That's
Is that-
right. And
okay.
as you re-see, we're tiny men as it is.
You're tiny men.
And when the breakdown came out, it said this is a two-hander.
That's
They
right.
absolutely refuse to see more or less.
Yeah, I like. Sometimes they'll do that in audition,
people.
specify how many hands a person has.
That's right.
And so they were looking for one person with two hands.
Correct.
And I'm Chico Hands.
That's
And
right.
you're Chico, so you just thought, hey, this is where I
This
live.
is meant for me.
But if you listened last time, you have no interest, Bever, in acting. But
I
you,
remember saying that,
but
Scott.
you
Lee.
want to support Chico by feeding him the lines.
When your brother and partner in crime and business
Wait, are you guys
cohort have a
criminals?
dream. Oh, Scott Lee. You haven't been reading the research.
Oh no! Did something happen over the last year?
Well, we don't.
boy.
We don't want
boy.
to.
I mean,
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
wink.
things happen.
there's no proof, but we have been accused.
Okay. Well, it seems like it would be an open and shut case if there's zero proof.
Let's just say that
what they
Well,
a
also
Russian
Chico.
oligarch.
Chico's got some loose lips, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Chico, you've been telling people about this?
I maybe might have whispered something while I was falling asleep after praying to my god Poseidon. That might have happened.
So you whispered to whom? Was this someone?
Whomever
with you?
I had dialed on the telephone, I
Dialed someone?
allegedly.
Wait, are you?
You dialed
after
911.
Oops.
Wait, so you did you? Let me see if I can figure this out. This story out. Did you have a
If
guilty?
anybody can, it's you, Scott Lee.
Thank you so much, Bever. Did you have a guilty conscience and you called 911 on yourself and your family?
Maybe.
What exactly happened?
Well, there was an officer came over
No,
to...
I know what happens when but I mean, what did you actually do to?
Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about these
Well,
alleged
the horse
neurons,
is
but
out of the
again, I say,
stable,
yes,
Chico. Go
yes.
ahead. This is safe. Scott Lee is a friend of the family.
Sure, which
Let's-
horse was out of what stable?
Let's just say, well, Cinnamon was out of the
Cinnamon?
east stable.
Cinnamon had gotten out of the stable.
Okay,
Anyway,
that's not illegal, right there.
What might have
Well,
happened
Now
is
we
that
have, and we do have a saying: when Cinnamon's out of the stable, bad news for everyone. That's what I am trying to tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna Google
it.
that.
That's a
Yeah,
that's
nothing,
a-
absolutely nothing coming up.
Mama's favorite apron.
I was like 5% through that.
Had
sentence.
that.
Oh, gee.
That's all right.
It's 20 times longer. Wow. So far, I've heard nothing illegal, Chico.
Yes.
So you're
well,
in the clear.
what happened was a wealthy Russian man contacted us about horse fighting.
Some sort
Wanted
of
to-
oligarch? Or-
Yeah, yes, I think it was an oligarch.
Okay.
And wanted to inquire about perhaps franchising
Going international.
a horse fighting arena
Really? So would this be
in Moscow.
purely a licensing deal, putting your name onto something, or did they want you to come out and develop it and build it from the ground up?
It would have been a licensing deal.
That's right. We trusted
Slap
this
out
man.
Yeah.
Why did you trust this man?
Very
Well, you
rich.
know what they say. When you're with oligarchin, you're family.
I had no idea. So this Russian person came out. So far, Cinnamon is out of the stable.
Yeah.
A
You
You
Russian
know what
man
they
came
say
out.
when cinnamon gets
Yeah,
out
I've
of the
heard,
stable.
I've heard about this.
That's trouble, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
5%.
So,
Continue.
so put on your hat, get ready to look for him, because if you don't find him,
10%.
there's trouble in the horizon. And the horizon isn't just for everyone's eyes.
15.
15, yep.
It's a trip to Downsville.
20.
And if you go downtown, you're going to find other people who are looking for trouble.
So we're a quarter of the way through it.
Okay.
All right.
Mix it with Cinnamon, who's looking for trouble, and you got a tornado
30.
trouble.
Oh,
Now,
Get to a third. Get a third of the way through the same.
now you also
33 and a third. Okay.
33 and a third.
33.33 repeating.
the mountains are after the horizon.
35.
35, yep.
And they're looking at you like, "Hey, I didn't ask for this."
40.
And then, but you say, "I didn't let him out of the stable."
45.
But the stable wasn't locked, says everyone. And
Well, the
you-
stable wasn't latched, is how it goes. You got halfway
Yeah.
done. Start over.
Oh,
Start over.
God.
I don't think we have time.
Start over.
This is going to be the
Oh, you
entire
sure?
show.
All
Yeah.
right.
You didn't even get
But
halfway
the stable
through.
gets
Well,
latched.
I'm just
when the
telling
sta-
you what the
'cause
saying is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this was
You're
on
right,
your
you're
mother's
right.
apron?
It was
Yeah, oh,
latched.
yeah. Beautiful.
Latched.
Beautiful semen
Tiny-
all over our mother's apron. Embroidered and seamed
Tiny
by my little
fine
brother. Finest semen on a mother's apron you could ever ask for.
Whew.
I mean,
Funny stuff.
did they all know each other from Groundlings?
I don't know where Taryn knows Ryan from. I
I
think
thought it was from Groundlings.
it
for
might be
some
from
reason.
Groundlings. Yeah, I know that Ryan was in
They knew each other
Taryn's.
before that movie, right?
Yeah, Ryan was in Taryn's movie that they directed, but I mean, they did. Yeah, they've known each other for a while. I think from Groundlings, but yeah,
We'll never know for sure.
They're really funny together.
Scott, I'd like to introduce a new tradition here on the best ofs.
Can I just say one fact about the previous clip before we do that?
Okay.
You have to listen to the rest of that episode. That was just pretty much the beginning. Eventually, Chico gets married to the Russian oligarch's daughter, Marinka, in that episode. And we make a lot of side bets, a lot of really funny stuff happening in that episode. All right, Paul, do you want to start this new tradition now or after the break?
That was a good fact. Let me start it right now, before the break.
All right, here we go.
I'd like to read the call sheet order for Bajillion Dollar Properties.
Okay.
Number.
You know how interested I am in call sheets. Now, call
I
sheets,
know.
if you don't know what these are, this is the bit of information that goes out to every person working on the crew and every actor to let you know what is happening the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And the actors are listed in order of importance.
That's correct.
To the production.
That's right.
So when you have a show like I did, you're number one on the call sheet.
That's right.
For the entire time.
So on Bajillion Dollar Properties, no, this is no different. This is the way we
No
did
different
things.
than any. Why would you do something
No,
different for
we're
a show
just
like Bajillion Dollar Properties?
Exactly. Eighth most important,
Eighth most important.
Eugene Cordero.
Okay, well, he was not one of the original cast members.
That's right.
He came in a little later, so I understand that.
That's right. Seventh most important,
Okay, this is where we get down to it.
Dan Adut.
Why?
Sixth most
You think
important.
they would go in alphabetical order?
You'd think, but they sure didn't.
Maybe reverse alphabetical order.
No, they went in order of importance. Sixth most important, Ryan Gall.
He's number 6.
Fifth most important, Drew Tarver.
Wow. Incredible.
Incredible.
He's probably number 1 on the call sheet for his new television show, which comes out on Comedy Central next
That's
year.
right. Fourth most important, Mandel Mon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third most important,
Uh-huh.
Tim Baltz.
Huh. Okay.
Second most important,
Okay, we only have 2 left yeah, and I believe, okay, I think I know who this will be.
Tawny Newsome.
Connie Newsom, number 2. Congratulations to her.
And most important, Paul F. Tompkins.
Number 1 on the call sheet.
Number 1 on the call sheet. Number 1 in our hearts. Number 1 with a bullet.
Now, what's interesting to me about this call sheet is, of course, you were going to be number 1 because
course I was.
You,
I'm the oldest.
You're the boss. You had the most experience, and you were the person hired to anchor the show. So of course you have to be number 1. But the other 6 were hired as equals. So I wonder who made that order, because it certainly was not me.
I'm curious about it myself.
I don't think it was Kulop. It probably was random, but why wouldn't they do it in some sort of alphabetical manner?
Could it be the order in which people were hired?
No, because I believe Dan was hired first.
Wow. And the first shall be last. Scripture tells us
Maybe
this.
that might have been it. Maybe it was in the reverse order in which they were hired.
So they were like, they knew how many people they had.
Right, and they kept
So
saying,
like, okay, he's in.
why wouldn't they make Dan number 2?
We'll build the pyramid on his back.
That's hilarious to me. Poor Dan.
I think I was hired last.
You were hired last, but you were the anchor of the show.
Exactly.
So congratulations to you. And I do believe
Thank
that at our household yesterday, we received a package in which that call sheet was put into a Christmas ornament.
That's correct.
So, and
The bajillion-dollar call sheet has been the subject of much discussion over the years.
has it really between the actors?
It's a reference. It's a frequent reference. And so I gifted everyone with an ornament of the call sheet.
It has a
magnet.
It has a prominent place. Oh, really? You can turn the ornament into a magnet?
No, there was also a magnet in the package.
Oh, there was.
I hope you didn't throw it away.
No, I didn't open the package. All I knew was I saw Ryan Gall had put up an Instagram of it.
That's correct.
And so when Kulop, I saw the package was from you. I knew what it was. And then Kulop opened it, started laughing, put it on the tree, but I did not see the magnet.
I'm delighted that it was on the tree. The magnet was in the box as well.
Okay.
I pray.
I will bring it up to her when I get home.
My sincere hope is that you find that magnet.
I believe that ornament is right next to our Freedom ornament, which you also made for Lauren and
That's
I
right.
and gave to
I
us
like
last
to
week.
make ornaments for
That's
people.
fun. I didn't know that you could.
Well, I just send away to a place.
Yeah, but I didn't think that you had the ability to do that.
I don't. I made my assistant do it.
Good for you. That's what they're for. All right, look, let's go to a break. A wonderful
Thanks,
tradition.
Corinne.
You're saying this is a tradition that we're going to do
Yeah,
every
every year.
best of now?
Yeah.
Is read the order of that call
Yes.
sheet? I'm in.
Great.
I think that you're thinking of a Simpsons episode, though, not bajillion-dollar properties.
Hmm?
All right, let's go to a break. When we come back, we will go through to
Other side.
we will die and go to heaven. We'll be right back. This holiday season, Earwolf wants to spread some cheer. That's right, Cheerwolf, if you will. We've got special episodes all over the network just for you. Who do we got? We got Andrew T. and Tawny Newsom talk to Kulop Vilaysack about holiday racism. That's fun on Yo, Is This Racist? On Unspooled, take a deep dive into AFI's favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Off Book has not 1, not 2, but 3 holiday-themed musicals for you to indulge in. Surprise! All the special holiday episodes of With Special Guest are out from behind the paywall as a gift to you. You can also check out a very special Improv for Humans episode, Best of the Bible. On my other show, Are You Talking REM? Me, the Scotts, me and Adam Scott talk about every REM holiday single released, and of course nothing else. Sean and Hayes hit the slopes with Adam Pally on a very festive episode of Hollywood Handbook. On Beautiful Anonymous, Chris Gethard is taking calls for New Year's resolutions from you. Tune in on Earwolf's Facebook page. Marissa and Lister get a special listener call-in with a heartfelt proposal on Womp It Up, followed by the Christmas Womptacular released from behind the paywall. And if that's not enough, check out even more special holiday eps from How Did This Get Made, Getting Curious, Who Charted, and Freedom. Happy holidays, happy listening, and a Merry Cheerwolf to all. We are here. This is the Best of Comedy Bang Bang 2018. Number 2, part 2. Part 2 of 4.
Remember when Hot Shots made a second movie and they said, instead of calling it part 2, let's call it part 2.
Duh.
Because that's not, people don't do that.
Duh.
Right? I think you could also take it that way.
Yeah.
So they were having fun and we're having fun.
That was a lot of fun. I did like the Hot Shots movies when I saw them.
I don't remember much about them.
I remember I went to one of them with my mother and we saw it at the Cypress Cinema. and we laughed. I always enjoyed that, going to a movie
And laughing?
and laughing with my mother. We would occasionally go to movies together, and I remember a couple of instances where we just had a really good time. Three Amigos was one, and I had seen it already. I went to I feel like it was a screening before it came out. Is that even possible? I don't know. But
Did you go to the premiere of Three
No,
Amigos?
I don't know, Paul. Of course I did not go to the premiere. Heaven forbid.
What a precocious child.
But I saw it. I remember the night I saw it, two things of interest happened. I went with my school. With my school. This is a school trip.
You know, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm drunk. Let's go to the movies.
Three Amigos, we're in. No, I went with my friend from school. And he drove, I believe he had a Mustang, as I recall.
Oh, shit.
Like an old, 60s Mustang.
Yeah, man.
And we watched Three Amigos, and the reels were out of order. This is before films were projected
heard you talk
digitally.
about this story.
So the reels were out of order, and I, at a certain point in the movie, started thinking like, this feels like I've missed something, but it's a pretty random movie. So I was like, maybe not, maybe I'm just not getting something. And then midway through that feeling, suddenly they switched reels and started another reel of the film, and it went backwards in time. I was like, oh, I understand. They mixed up the reels on this movie.
Someone's incompetent.
Still just as funny though, and I loved it. So I told my mom, oh my God, I saw
Took your best gal out to the movies.
I saw the funniest movie. We got to go see it again. Saw Three Amigos. Hot Shots was another one. And then I also remember I went to Paul Blart Mall Cop with my dad, and we laughed ourselves silly during that.
One of my fondest memories about my dad, who was a very reserved person, was we used to watch SCTV together.
Really? At late at night on Saturdays?
Yeah, the Friday night ones that were on like 12:30 at night and were 90 minutes long.
Wow.
And I remember sitting in the kitchen with him watching on this little
With
TV.
Dinah?
Well, someone was in the kitchen. I know.
So you would sit and the TV was in the kitchen.
There was like a little TV in the kitchen.
Were you on stools or how were you sitting?
No, we have like a little kitchen table.
Kitchen table.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. And that's
that-
where all TV was watched in your home?
No. That was we had a big TV in the living room.
So why are you not watching it in the
Because it was
room?
late at night, and I think my mom was
Didn't want to
asleep.
keep people
Yes,
up. I see.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
watch it on the tinier TV
Yes, which is farther away from where people were.
Got it.
And we would watch the show and laugh and look like that kind of laugh where you look at the other person,
Right.
Because you can't believe how funny it is. And you have to
Interesting.
check in with each other.
What was your favorite SCTV moment, if you can recall?
Oh my God, I don't know if I could pick one. I loved that show so much, and I got it on DVD and was afraid it wasn't going to hold up, and it held up. It was even funnier to me.
I have to do a big rewatch of all of those because
I would like to rewatch them.
I have
and Kids in the Hall too. I would like to rewatch.
Yeah, I have. Well, now Kids in the Hall is they have the complete set out there. SCTV, it's harder to get because they only have sporadic episodes out there on DVD.
Well, Rhino did a big reissue,
but I think they only did the NBC ones. I think the ones previous to that are not available, unfortunately.
But there's a lot of the NBC ones.
Yeah.
Those really old ones that I remember they used to run on PBS.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of that stuff in a really long time.
Maybe they're on YouTube. I found that
Probably.
I'd like to see
like
some of that
Harold
stuff.
Ramis was a featured performer.
Yeah, I would love to be in adjoining rooms with you watching those.
That would be fun.
I would love to be in adjoining kitchens.
Why don't we go to the Museum of Television
And of tolerance.
And of tolerance. You watch SCTV in one, in the kitchen of one, and I'll watch in the kitchen of the other.
You go to the Museum of Television. I'll go to the Museum of Tolerance.
and say,
we'll
listen.
Listen.
I want to watch SCTV.
Me and my buddy are doing this.
I want to watch SCTV in your kitchen.
your kitchen. Just you have a kitchen somewhere, I'm
Yeah.
sure, like
You
a
have-
break room.
Of course, they have a kitchen.
I'm not going to disturb anyone. I'm going to watch it in the kitchen.
Yes. The greatest is at the Museum of Tolerance. You're like, oh, how intolerant of you that you
To
wouldn't
not let me do this.
Yeah.
Those jerks over there at the Museum of Tolerance.
I hate them.
I hate them so much.
hate them.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck. Museum of Tolerance. Fuck. Yeah.
Well, speaking of fuck you, let us do the opposite to our listeners and treat them with another one of our clips.
I was afraid you weren't going to be able to pull that one out.
I know.
But you did it.
It takes me
But
a
you know
while, but Here we go. This is
Nagada.
your episode 9. Number 9. Ah, Nagada.
Ah, Nagada.
Ah, Nagada.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I think in one of these clips we talk about that. I'm not sure.
I hope so.
I definitely listened to it. It's
hope
in
so.
one of the episodes, but not this one because this is episode 572. So
Still in the 500s.
we always will be. 6 weeks or so
That's
after.
a weird coincidence.
6 weeks or so after our previous clip, 566. This is an episode called Changerous. And the parties involved are two people by the name of Jason Mantzoukas and Paul F. Tompkins.
And it was a party.
It truly was. Do you remember this episode, Paul?
I remember that it asked the question, what if Michael Jackson had
put out
produced an album called Changerous?
Yes.
And we never got an answer.
We never did.
To that what if.
That is the first part of this episode. Now, this is quite often Jason will say to me like, "Hey, man." Oh wait, that's Paul. No, he'll say like, "Hey, I can't lock
Wait,
into
who
him."
was the first person?
Paul Scheer. Hey, man.
Okay, not me.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, definitely. This is more like Jason. Oh yeah. He'll say to me, "Hey, I want to do some episodes. We should do one with you, me, and Paul. I'd love to do one with Mary and Darcy. We heard that on the previous best of." And this was one where he said the three of us have to do an episode together. And this one was a lot of fun. This was just from a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And what
If you can
happens
believe it.
previous to this clip is, Paul, you are playing Button Willow McKittrick.
That's right.
And how did you get the name for Button Willow McKittrick?
That is a sign on the highway here in California. I think if you're going up north, you will see this sign for two different places. One is Button Willow, one is
McKittrick, and they're underneath each other? Or
yes.
not
And
each other.
from
McKittrick is
the
underneath Button.
very first time I saw that, it seemed like a name to me. And then
Seemed like a name to me.
come to find out, it has been used as a character name it's several times in several different things.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
That happened to me with my old movie, Canaan Roads, which is if you go north on the 405
That's right.
or the 101 or whatever
If you're
it
heading
is.
to Malibu.
Yeah, heading to Malibu,
Yeah.
there's Canaan Road. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a good name, Canaan Road.
It is a good name.
So I called the lead character and a movie that I wrote back in the day, co-wrote back in the day, Canaan Roads. Has not been produced. Almost got produced. Very close. Got a green light at one point.
I thought you were going to say somebody else used the name, but they have
No
not.
one's used the name. Please
There
don't
you
use
go.
the name.
Well, you should not have said that. But you've mailed the script to yourself, so you're in the clear.
I have, of course. Now, so Button Willow McKittrick, describe Button Willow McKittrick, if you will.
He's from another planet and the future.
Yes, from the future and another planet. The planet's name is
Earth.
Earth.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, that's
It's
right.
Earth with an extra T in it, I think.
Right, something like
Yeah.
that. And you're basically based on Mr. Mixelplick.
Like the great, kind of, yeah, that and the Great Gazoo.
Who's the Great Gazoo again?
He was the Flintstones, which was a cartoon about cavemen that was based on the Honeymooners.
Right.
At some point,
What if the Honeymooners were in prehistoric times?
yes,
And we could just rip them off.
yeah,
And no one cared.
exactly. At some point late in their run, they added a space alien called the Great Gazoo.
In order to lure children into
I have no, yeah, because kids were on board with this cartoon.
with Flintstone. Well, I mean, that would happen sometimes with cartoons like Saturday morning cartoons where they would try to add an element in order to like freshen it up. Or I remember Scrappy Doo was one of those where it
Yes.
was like kids need someone to relate to, so let's put in a kid.
They're taking that from sitcoms, which, you know, a running.
And also Batman and Robin. Robin was added because they were like,
Oh,
these kids who read Batman are not
Right,
relating to this elderly, wealthy socialite.
But I mean, why did kids want to relate to anyone in Batman? I didn't fucking care.
No, I wanted to relate to Batman. That's the
Yes.
thing. I hated Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
I hated Godzuki.
Yeah.
I hated Robin. Because you don't want they think that it's the wish fulfillment aspect of it of like, oh, how cool that would be to be Robin.
Yeah.
No one cares about being Robin. They want to
He's
be
not
Batman.
Cool. They want to be Batman.
Yes.
He's not cool. They want to be Batman. So, but there was also in
Great
sitcoms
Kazoo.
like Cousin Oliver
Yes.
on the Brady Bunch. They're like, let's add a
kid in
cute-
order. Yeah,
These kids aren't cute anymore. We got to throw out a kid.
they're going through pubes.
Cute kid in there.
They've grown pubes.
They're good, grown pubes.
These kids grown pubes.
They grow pubes.
Let's get a kid without pubes.
Obviously, you can tell I'm doing a Donald Trump impression. It's Alec Baldwin's pitch perfect Donald Trump impression.
That he did in all 3 Pitch Perfect movies.
That's right. Why did he do that?
He would. It was bookended by him. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Hey, welcome to Pitch Perfect 1.
Let me tell you a story about a bunch of girls who sing. So the Great Kazoo was the space alien voiced by Harvey Korman,
Oh,
who was observing.
Harvey
He was observing these guys, and he called them dum-dums all the time.
he would never interact with them.
Yeah, he would with Fred and Barney.
Okay,
They were the only ones who could see him because he could make himself disappear.
okay,
And he called them dum-dums all the time.
great.
Dum-dums.
Okay, I wondered where the Dum Dums part of it came from.
Yeah.
So before this clip that we're going to hear, we've established you are Button Willow McKittrick,
This is
and
established.
you have established that there is a science prophecy in which the Earth is in grave danger
Yeah.
unless Jason Mantzoukas and I do something. I can't recall what it is. And we are going to hear this clip. By the way, I think previously to this clip also it's been established that my nickname is Skittles for some reason. And so when someone says Skittles, you'll know that that's a name that you and Jason were calling me during this episode. Let's hear it. This is your episode 9.
I'm glad we got here, and I would like to begin.
All right. What side are you taking?
The Godfather
Beats Queen?
beats Queen.
Okay.
Make your case, Earthling.
I'm choosing to interpret this as the movie The Godfather.
Versus the movie The Queen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, The Queen, sure,
Hold on a
a
second.
great movie.
That was The Queen.
The Queen. Yeah. Okay.
Now, it's
And it
The
was
Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yes.
So,
We said Godfather beats Queen, but
That's right.
But on Earth,
Oh, I see. So
In
you're
the
saying
in the
this
vernacular-
is, I'm not allowed to.
no, on Earth in the vernacular, if you're talking about a movie, you're like, "Hey, did you see Godfather last night, or did you see Queen last night?" It happens all the time.
now hold on a second. I'll grant you the first one.
Yeah, but the second one, the second
no
one,
one-
I agree. Is
no one
is
ever-
great.
It's a
No one
stretch.
ever referred
Okay,
to
so
the
I'm
Queen
going
as
to.
Queen.
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to choose. Well, here's what I'm.
What
gonna
about
choose.
Godfather
I'm-
versus the band Queen?
Well, that's what I was going to say. You can.
Then why did
I'm
I say
choosing The Godfather, right?
What about
You can-
Godfather's Pizza?
You can
Herman
interpret
Cain's
Queen
Pizza Restaurant.
however you want. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
It's up to interpretation.
Is this what the argument is?
First, make this case to me.
Okay.
Not to him.
So I'm
this a
saying,
sidebar?
Okay. I'm choosing to interpret.
We're in chambers.
I'm going. Your Honor, can I approach the bench?
Please. I'll allow it.
I would like
But-
to take the point of view in favor of The Godfather, and I will speak to the movie The Godfather. However, Scott would like to interpret the concept of Queen is up to him. He can do the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. He can do Queen the band. He can do the concept of Queen, the Queen of England, or any Queen, like the monarchy Queen, like anything. That's the argument, I think. I don't know. What do you think?
So noted. I wanted to do a gavel thing, but I don't have anything handy.
Yeah,
You have a phone next to you. Just bang that on the table.
Great idea. Classic Skittles.
Hey.
Then it will be your interpretation of Godfather versus your interpretation of Queen.
All right. And we're saying why it beats the other person's.
I think so.
Okay.
You
Okay.
make the
Oh,
case
it
for
does-
for the superiority.
Yeah, I think The Godfather is just a
Godfather. If we're going to do this, let's do it.
I think Godfather is a superior film that has affected and impacted cultural understandings of family, of taking one's own life into one's hand to protect your family and forward their dominance. Much the way a queen could also do.
A queen?
Queen.
Everything is riding on this.
Godfather has performances that are exceptional. It almost destroyed Francis Ford Coppola's life. He made he you know,
That's good.
Here's what I want to say.
You'll have your time.
Here's what I want to say.
Apologies, Your
Silence,
Honor.
Skittles.
Here's what I want to say. There is no doubt in my mind that Godfather is, for everybody to take into consideration, is a superior thing in their life. Be it the movie, be it the pizza chain, be it the James Brown Godfather of Soul, be it any of those interpretations, it is because the concept of Godfather is someone who looks out for you in your time of need, someone who shepherds you forward when your parents die,
Objection.
someone who is responsible.
Objection.
Someone
Leading the
who is
witness.
responsible.
Overruled. I
Someone
want to
who's-
see where this is going.
Someone who is responsible for your spiritual well-being as well as your physical well-being should you find yourself in trouble. That is the job of of Godfather. And as such, I believe it is an invaluable position societally. Like, our society is built on Godfathers, not queens. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Well stated, stupid. Skittles.
If you call me Skittles, I don't know whether I want to do this.
You don't think it's
You know
a little
what that is? It sounds like sour Skittles.
No. I'm sweet Skittles.
Do they make
Nope.
those? Do
If
they
I
make
have
sour
to be
Skittles?
Sour
Skittles, I'm
Skittles.
sweet Skittles.
Oh, yeah, they make sour
that.
Skittles.
Oh, I want that.
Oh, really? There's a couple right here on the
No,
table.
oh, not so fast.
Excuse me,
underneath
this
this
is my
try.
time.
Yes, please. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we're all familiar with the concept of Queen. Be it the band Queen, Freddie Mercury, Brian May,
Keep going.
rest.
Please keep going.
Professor and Marianne. Whether it be
Can you name one more member of Queen, do you think?
Roger Taylor.
Okay.
How about that?
Great.
And
Why did you leave him out then?
and a little bass head, little bassy guy. But we also have the movie.
Was there a Roger Taylor in Queen and in Duran Duran?
Yes.
Duran,
Can
yes.
you believe it?
Weird.
And I believe they played the same instrument, the drums. But we also have Queen.
Hashtag drums.
Queen is the most powerful player on the chessboard. It can move in any direction as far as it wants. Sure, King is the one that we all want to capture, but Queen is the one where if you lose Queen, you've lost the game.
No, you haven't. You've only lost Queen.
But you
Objection, Your Honor. If you lose Queen,
I'm speaking
you've not lost
no,
the game.
we all know
if
how
you lose
Your Honor,
King,
we all know how
if
chess
you
is
lose
played.
King,
I'm talking
you lose the
metaphorically.
game.
Overruled. He is metaphorically speaking.
You can't use metaphor.
He said overruled.
That's enough out of you. Please, Skittles.
Now, we all know Godfather is a wonderful film. I'm not arguing that. 1972, a wonderful classic starring Pacino in his iconic career-defining role, Until Scent of a Woman.
That's right. Pre-yelling.
Hooah.
Hoo-ah. He did not say hoo-ah in Godfather. That's a mark against it, I have to say. But Queen is so powerful. And really,
I think you are, objection, Your Honor, I think you are forgetting about the scene where he says, Fredo, you never speak against the family.
Your Honor,
Hoo-ah.
Your Honor, am I going to be able to make my case?
Objection.
Without interruption?
Objection overruled. I'm going to ask you,
Jason
Mantzoukas.
Mantzoukas, to zip it.
Strong words, but I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You got it, Skittles.
After all, Godfather is a wonderful film, 1972. But what happened in 1974? Godfather Part 2. And as every film historian will tell you, Godfather Part 2 is superior to Godfather. So something has already beaten Godfather. So Godfather is not the most powerful player upon the board. But what about the sequel to Queen? Queen with Adam Lambert. Not as good. So ergo, Queen is the best, and Godfather is not the best. Ergo, Queen beats Godfather. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Is anybody? Oh, I was going to say silence. No one's talking. Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you for your impassioned cases that you've made.
Can I say, Your Honor, you're welcome?
Okay, Skittles,
Now,
you're pushing it.
My question, just as a point of procedure here, is:
Have you ever seen anything involving a courtroom? what leads you to believe that this is the time we're all just going to chit-chat? I'm clearly making a pronouncement.
So, that's what I. Okay, well, okay, got it.
You Earthlings have given me much to think about. And as much as you have both made wonderful cases, compelling cases, and impassioned cases for your cause, I do have a ruling. It can only go one way.
Wait a second. Skittles, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, can we
Sidebar?
Can we have a moment? Can we recess for approximately 120
A
seconds?
sidebar where it's just the two of you?
We just want to
That's
recess.
Not usually how we do things, but okay, I'll allow it.
Why are we?
But watch yourselves, counselors.
Thank you.
But why are we?
Yeah.
Letting this time-traveling
Cocksucker.
alien decide our fate, right?
Yeah, what is he in charge of us?
Because obviously we heard each other. We are
Yeah,
friends, right?
we're friends.
And we agree, even though we both said what we believe, that I am right.
No.
Wait.
Obviously
You
not.
still
No,
think
I,
you're
no,
right?
I definitely made the
No,
better
I
case.
made a better
You were
case.
so close to
I'm right.
contempt twice.
No, listen. Okay, you know what?
Hey, are you fucking kidding me?
We got to get the people of this planet.
We have
To
to do
decide
like an
what's
Independence Day kind of thing.
We gotta get the
where we
people
all
of
band
this
together
planet.
thought we had an agreement.
and we force this little tiny motherfucker
let's get
out of
this
here.
fucker in a
Let's
shoe.
kill him.
This is
Let's get him
exactly
in a
what the
shoe and
problem
kill
is.
him.
This is exactly what the problem is.
This is what I think we need to do. Put it
You
to a
you
vote.
sneak up behind him.
Put it to a
No.
vote.
No,
People
you
can
don't
either
do
support
that.
me,
You sneak up
or
behind
they
him.
can support you.
You
That's
hold-
what will bring our.
you hold his
That's
two
what will bring our
coats.
planet
Why?
together.
Why?
You hold him by the two coats, and I'll just take a knife.
If
and I'll
we
just
want
fucking
to
shiv
subvert
him
the
right
prophecy,
into the belly,
the
and then he'll
science
bleed
prophecy,
out whatever kind
we
of like
get people
science
to
blood
say,
he
"I'm
has.
with Scott" or "I'm with Jason,"
Okay,
and that's
so you
what's
sneak up
up
behind him.
I'm
Great.
growing impatient.
Okay.
Are you done with your little
Yes.
We're done. Yes, recess is
tea
over.
party? All right. I'm ready
Sneak up behind him.
to give my ruling. Skittles.
You're
Where
on.
did I don't know where that guy went, but okay.
Keep looking at me though, because
will.
I really want to hear this ruling.
I will.
Okay.
Godfather. It is an extremely important touchstone for you Earthlings. It, in many ways, in all the interpretations, Godfather of Soul, Godfather the movie, Godfather Pizza, Godfather the guy who looks out for you and your spiritual well-being. Sure. Important. Queen. All of the reasons that you cited, they all check out. I was especially moved by your Queen sequel argument.
Holy shit, I'm gonna win.
Mostly, what I gotta say is, religion is bullshit. Queen beats Godfather.
What?
It is so ordered.
I demand an uprising.
Look behind you. He's behind you.
What? Hey,
I
what are you
got
doing?
you. I got you.
Hey,
No,
let me
no.
go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
No,
Get
I
him
won.
in the bag.
No,
Get him in the bag.
I won. I won. Holy shit! No, I won.
I demand an uprising. People, if you support me, if you support the Godfather,
Oh my God,
rise
is
up
that
against
blood?
the monarchy. Rise
is
up.
that?
We will find his
Oh,
ship.
he's
We
dying.
will go to Earth and we will destroy them.
I've never seen anything killed before. Oh, a good episode, if I say so myself.
I'm very surprised that this is in the top
Are you?
countdown. Yeah.
This is the God that we just heard the Godfather versus Queen debate.
Which now this is one of the few episodes in all my years of guesting on this show where I went in with literally nothing.
Did you
I had absolutely no
forget that it was happening?
Yes, I forgot it was a Saturday record, and
I don't think it was a Saturday, but okay.
it was a Saturday.
Was it? I'm gonna look.
And I had not written it in my calendar.
Oh.
We had talked about it on text, but I'd never put it in my calendar. I completely forgot. And so I woke up and got a text from you asking if I was on my way.
Yeah, I sometimes, if it's like 10 to, sometimes I wait as long as 15 minutes. You're right. We recorded this on September 29th, which was a Saturday.
Yeah, I knew I was right, but thanks.
Okay. At 2 p.m.
Yeah.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
And you had totally forgotten about it.
I think I'd been up way late the night before for some reason. I don't know if I was working or if I was just like
Red Dead Redemption 2?
Maybe Red Dead Redemption 2. And so rushed over there. I might have just been had been awake for hours and completely forgot about it.
I think you had completely forgotten about it. But what's great about you, Paul, is I said, hey, are you on your way? And you were like, no, I forgot about it, but I'll be right there. Yeah. And you were over in 15 minutes.
Yeah. And luckily I don't live that far.
Right.
And I just had no idea what to do. And I knew I wanted to do something
Newish,
new, but I didn't have anything.
Right.
And I really did. I looked at my phone. I keep a list of potential character names. And I saw that and I was like, I'll do something with this. I'll figure it out.
Great. So Buttonwheel McKittrick was born. And you say you're surprised to hear it on the episode, but I think
because it didn't feel, honestly, it did not feel that good at the time. I think because I was so unprepared. But the thing that I was so glad that we got at was the concept of that debate of does Queen beat Godfather?
Queen beat, yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even think we played it in the clip of how we got into it. But do you remember why we? I can't remember.
No, I can't.
Why? It was very fun to debate the merits of Queen versus Godfather.
There were so many things. Everything that happened was an accident, and just grabbing onto a thing that seemed intriguing that came up out of conversation. Like, the idea that the Earth is in danger. I think one of you guys might have even suggested that or something.
No, I believe it was you. You just said that us dum-dums, you had something important to tell us.
I think, okay. And then I threw that out there and I was like, something will come.
Something will come, of course. That's what this show is all about, is something will come.
Something will come.
All right. Speaking of coming, a break is coming right now, and we have to get to it.
Okay.
So when we come back, we are going to go into your episode 8. This is fun. We're getting closer and closer to number 1.
I can't believe you.
Here we go. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang.
Hey, everybody. I'm doing a bunch of shows at Sketchfest this coming month. You'll hear about it at the end with the plugs, but I want to tell you about a special show that I'm doing with my pal Mark Evan Jackson. This is Friday, January 25th at the Fillmore in Detroit, Michigan. Mr. Jackson and Mr. Tompkins. This is myself and Mark Evan Jackson doing a 2-man improv show. We've done it once before in Toronto. It was one of my top 5 onstage experiences in my whole career. It is going to be a lot of fun, and it's a benefit for the Detroit Creativity Project. Please go to paulftompkins.com/live for tickets. Mr. Jackson and Mr. Tompkins, one night only, Detroit, Michigan, Friday, January 25th. We'll see you there.
Comedy Bang Bang, best of 2018.
Must be jelly, because jam don't shake like that.
This is fun, isn't it?
It's fun, yeah.
Are you having fun? Are you having any fun?
I'm having fun.
What a weird song
what
to
is
write.
that from?
It's a song called Are You Having Any Fun? It's like an old
standard. Is it from a musical? It's an old standard.
A lot of those standards are from musicals technically, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it because they're just like some play that you put on.
The music, like Take Me Out to the Ball Game is from a musical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's from, of course, the
Ball Game Take Me Out.
Ball Game Take Yeah, but what a weird song to say. Are you having any fun? Like, some things don't need to be songs.
Absolutely.
Like
some things don't need to be songs.
Turning to your spouse.
Turning to your spouse. I think I'm turning to your spouse. I really think so.
Hey, are you having any fun? That gives me a great idea for a song. No, it doesn't have to.
It's a weird thing to ask. Are you having any fun?
Are you having any fun?
Hey, it's the holiday season, right?
It is. Well, I mean, when people are listening to this, it's right after Christmas, but it is the holiday season.
That's the holiday season because New Year's Eve is coming up.
Yeah, we're right around the corner.
But that song that goes, it's the holiday season and hickory dock.
I don't know this.
You don't know that song?
No, what is this?
Oh, fuck.
Here, let me look it up. What is your issue with it? What is it referring to?
It's got a couple weird moments in it where it's like, that's not a thing that people just say. What does that have to do with the holiday season?
It's the holiday season lyrics. It's the holiday season, so whoop-de-doo and hickory dock.
Whoop-de-doo and hickory dock.
And don't forget to hang up your sock, because at exactly 12 o'clock, boy, they're really boxing Santa in to a very specific timeline.
Yeah.
This is like
and yet,
investigators trying to box OJ.
They
in.
couldn't come up with a third rhyme for sock. So they got sock and clock. They start with Hickory Dock.
Yeah. He'll be coming down the chimney down.
He'll be coming down the chimney down.
Who sings this piece of shit? Andy Williams?
Happy holidays.
Oh, it's that song. Happy holidays. But what's the tune of this? It's the holiday
season.
Listen to this, by the way.
And Hickory Dock.
By the way, the previous verse does not even share the rhyme scheme of that verse. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus is coming back. Now, you would expect it to be like crack, sack.
Yeah.
Here are the lyrics. The Christmas snow is white on the ground when old Santa gets into town. He'll be coming down the chimney down.
I would have thought
this is the laziest lyric writing I've ever heard.
It's holiday season, and Santa's back. My pussy and my crack. My neck, my back.
You gotta lick it before you kick it, Santa. This is some lazy shit.
It's some lazy shit, Williams.
Guess who wrote it?
C. Everett Koop.
He did.
Why?
Why would he do this?
Why would he do this?
Just be the Surgeon General.
Why would he do this?
Is that not enough for you?
Who's the current Surgeon General?
That's a great question. I will look it up, Scotty.
Look it up, Scotty. Look it up. Look it up, Scotty. Look it up.
You're never going to guess it.
Look. I'm never going to guess it. 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 Woo. I'm going to say it's...
Don't look at the reflection in my eyes.
I have a story to tell you about that.
Oh, you do?
It's somebody else's story, so I'll tell you off mic.
Okay, great. Someone else's story, the musical chess.
I think it's Kenneth Lonergan.
So close. Vivek Murthy.
Vivek Murthy was my second choice.
Ah, sorry, I should have chosen him first. He was confirmed under President Barack Obama in 2017.
Oh, he's still... Trump didn't put his own guy in there.
Wait, hold on. He's replaced. No, you're right. He is replaced. He was replaced under Trump. Hold on. Then who is it? Current Surgeon General is some Jerome Adams. But he's not been confirmed yet. Maybe we don't have one.
He doesn't sound like a real guy. Jerome
Adams. Meanwhile, Vivek Murthy. Why are we replacing this guy? He's
Vivek
perfect.
Vivek Murphy,
the Murphy Group. I just love you, you know? What about the Murphy Group? Some great stuff recently about him.
Oh, so great stuff.
Did we go to a break or are we back from a break?
I think we're back from a break.
We are back from a break. Yes, we are. You're right. We're back from a break. All right. We need to get to the countdown.
Gotta get to the
countdown. To get back to this countdown. Let's go to your episode 8.
Number 8.
All right, episode 8. This is from earlier in the year. This is episode 541.
Oh, now this one is a controversial pick.
Is it?
I don't know.
This is an episode called Is That a Joke?
Sounds familiar.
And this is the people involved are Ben Schwartz and Thomas Middleditch. And myself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And this is okay. So Ben Schwartz and Thomas Middleditch, they are touring the country currently. I believe they have 4 or 5 tour dates next year where they, are they playing Carnegie Hall or they're playing Radio City? I can't remember. Carnegie Hall. You know, I used to dream about the wonderful performance spaces that, someday I would play. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten to go on, and you and I have gotten to go on some great ones. We the Ace Theater, the Ace Hotel here,
great space.
The Wiltern. I was in that Mr. Show thing.
That was exciting.
I think you were on. That was exciting.
Yeah.
I just sang a song in it, but it was a lot of fun to do the Wiltern. And then when we were in England, we played that big 1,600 seater. We sold that out of was it the London Palladium? No, it was the Shepherd's Bush. It was something Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah.
And remember backstage there were all these on the walls they had all the people who had played there, and it was like the Rolling Stones warm-up concert. And the Who warm-up concert. They're not going to play their regular show here, of course. But it made me feel good, wow, I'm playing where the Rolling Stones played. Oh, their warm-up concert. But still, we've played some great places. Maybe we'll play Carnegie Hall someday.
Maybe we will. Who knows?
Yeah, we should. Let's do it this year, this coming year.
Okay.
Let's play Carnegie Hall.
All right.
We'll put that up as our New York tour date.
I'm in.
If we do a tour.
I'm in. Okay.
We'll do that. Definitely. But Tommy and Ben are out there touring the country right now with their Middleditch and Schwartz tour, and they came on the show to promote it. And when they're on the show, they basically just pick a crazy name and then play these crazy characters who don't know each other. And this show is no exception. This is your episode 8. Let's hear it.
Number 8.
I don't know what his job is, but his name is Leonard Stooltap. Hello,
Hey,
Leonard.
how are you? My
Hi.
name is Leonard Stooltap.
Leonard Stooltap. What an interesting name.
Oh my God, yeah, thanks. I'm from all over the world. I was born all over the world. I was born in a plane.
You were born in a plane, which
So,
was
yeah.
just kind of
So my head was born in Russia. My body was technically born in Switzerland, and my legs were born in Amsterdam.
amazing. So you have so many nationalities.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for saying that.
Wow, but your accent sounds very, very.
Oh, I'm very posh. What I did is I
that's
took all
the
the
word.
different dialects from around the world, and I put them together in a beautiful stew. And here I am, Leonard Stool.
Leonard Stooltap. So it's so good to talk to you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
I don't know why my producer hooked you up with the show, but obviously you're here to
I
talk
met
about
your
something.
Well, I'll tell you what I do, and then you'll know why. I'm a professional hooker.
A professional hooker.
I'm a professional hooker. Don't call me a gigolo. I'm a professional hooker.
Okay, I guess if you were not a professional and you were a hooker, you would just be like any of us, just having sex for free.
That's a funny joke. So I guess
Not
what
really
I
a joke,
am
it's
is, well, it sounds
much
like a
as an
funny joke. to me.
observation.
Oh, that's the other thing. I don't understand jokes.
Oh, okay.
Because
So wait,
that-
do you just
because-
say that's a funny joke after every single thing anyone
That's a
says,
funny
just in
joke.
case?
That's a funny joke. Just in case someone says a joke, I say that's a funny joke. Oh, it's terrible. When I'm doing a eulogy, I say it at the end also, just in case. You know what I mean?
How often are you doing eulogies, by the way?
It's a funny joke. Like, I'll do a eulogy probably once a week.
Once a week for people you know?
Because you
or-
got to get good at them. It's just like a best man speech.
So you're sort of practicing for the ultimate eulogy that you're going to give?
When I prostitute, I end up with a lot of people who are deceased afterwards, and because of that, I have
Wait
to
a
be
minute,
good at eulogies.
You wind up with people who are deceased afterwards.
Yeah.
Are you murdering them?
No, I bang so hard I bust them open. Men, women. So
Why would anyone hire you?
Well, they don't know. Ha ha ha. And that's a
Oh,
joke.
okay.
They don't know.
It's not a joke. That's a serious thing that you're doing.
Is that a joke?
No, that's not a joke.
Right. So in my head, have you ever had sex before?
Yeah, several times. I'm a married
Prove it.
man. So,
oh,
yeah.
really? Who are you married to? Kulop?
Wait, how do you know her?
I just made up a funny word. So how long?
Wow,
what are you
hit
doing?
it 100%.
Yeah, okay. Really?
Yeah, you
Kulop
did.
Visa? No way, right?
Well, you got the last name wrong.
Okay, got it. Cool. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's it like when you have sex?
What's it like? I mean, it's a loving, tender communion of two bodies.
Of course.
Commingling
No,
and
stop.
almost
Don't say
becoming.
commingling. Is that a joke? My question to you is, what's it like?
It's, I don't know, it's like your private parts kind of tingle and then they sort of.
I'll tell you what it's like to have sex with me.
Okay.
Have you seen Avengers Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah.
It's out by now, right?
Yeah, it's great. Well,
Imagine-
I don't think it's out by now.
Imagine all the stones, all the Infinity Stones in my balls. And every time I come, the power of all the Infinity Stones come together and burst through either your asshole or your vagina.
That's powerful. You're the Thanos of coming.
You said it. I didn't say it. You know what I mean? Is that a joke? That's a joke.
It's not a joke. But
you sure?
So why would anyone hire you to do this?
Because-
Has every single person that you've ever had sex with deceased?
No, one person has not.
Who is that?
Ugh. I don't want to say his name because he's a big celebrity.
Who? Please, I mean,
don't want to say his name
Come
because
on,
he's a
tell.
big celebrity.
I mean, you can't just tease us like this. Who is this?
He may. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Please give us a little goss.
Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury,
Yes.
writer of Fahrenheit 451.
I didn't know that.
Dandelion
was he?
Wine.
Oh, I had no idea. Really?
I saw him speak at my college once.
Oh my goodness. How was he? Was he as cool as he was in bed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how cool he was in bed
Oh, he was super cool.
because he's a science.
He's one of those guys that puts on sunglasses and goes, "Let's do it." Do you know
I
what
guess
I mean?
that's cool.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, because he's a science fiction writer, he was able to escape this sort of science fiction.
I guess. I
death?
don't know. I gave him my blow and he didn't. You know what I mean? He didn't blow up. But I'm not here to talk about sex. I'm here to talk about my new passion.
Okay, good, because I think we've gone about as far as we can go
Oh, really?
with
On
the
sex?
professional hooker bar. What is your new passion? What are you into these days?
You want to hear about it right now?
Yes, if you're here to talk about it, I want to hear about it right now. Let us tarry no further.
I create sports for babies.
You create sports for babies.
Yeah, do you like
this
football?
Is really
Do you
interesting.
like football?
I love football.
Oh, well, I have a football baby league.
So it doesn't sound like you're creating a sport as much as you're just organizing a league.
Right, I guess I'm more of a soccer mom than anything.
Wait a minute. So you're not creating your new sports?
No. Yes, I am. Do you want to hear the new sports I'm creating?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking
It's
about.
like baseball.
Okay.
But instead of a ball,
So it's a stick sport.
it's a stick sport
And
right?
a ball sport.
It's a ball sport and a stick sport.
The best combination of a stick sport
What
and
are
a
the
ball
things
sport.
you love about all the different sports?
Well, I love points.
We've got it.
Okay, great. I love competition.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I love that they normally don't end in ties.
Yes, well this one the only way to win is to not end with a tie.
Okay. I love
Imagine, if you will, close your eyes. Imagine, if you will, a sport that combines baseball, football, soccer, and flying all at the same time, but has nothing to do with Harry Potter.
Okay, so not Quidditch.
It's not Quidditch.
Okay,
But by the way, there is a lawsuit pending on me.
Okay, wait.
There is a lawsuit pending. Everybody gets on their brimes, not brooms, brimes.
Rhymes. These are flying machines?
They fly, yes.
Okay.
And they get their balls, and you have to take it and try to throw it
Their
through
testicles or
the
their
hoop. No, that's a funny joke. Is that a joke?
That was a joke.
Oh,
yes.
okay, I wouldn't know.
Hey, a broken clock is right
I have
twice a
something
day.
very similar to Quidditch, but it's not quite Quidditch.
Okay.
Okay, and so everybody gets on their brimes. They go up. They try to throw their balls through the hoops. Whoever gets the most dingle bops wins.
Okay, what is this sport called?
It's called Quidditch. Spelled like Quidditch, but there's no the I doesn't
But
have
it's pronounced
the I doesn't
differently.
have a dot over it.
Okay, so it's
Quidditch.
Wait, is that a joke? Because you're laughing.
No, I'm laughing because someone tickled my foot.
Oh,
And I don't even know what that is. What did I just do? A laugh?
yeah, that was.
So was that a joke?
I thought it was a joke because of your laugh. But
Oh, okay.
So it's Kidditch.
It's exactly like it's very
It's
similar to
spelled
Quidditch.
the same.
Yes.
Pronounced differently.
Yes, but it's
Very
way
similar.
less expensive. It's so expensive to play Quidditch because you got to get those brooms.
Well,
We
you
use
also have to be
brims.
magic. You use brimes, which
Well-
exist.
Oh, that's another thing. I guess I'm magic.
Wait, you are magic? I mean, obviously, I thought that because of your,
Yeah, I blow people up with my cum. You don't think I'm magic? What are you, crazy? Literally, I orgasm in someone and they explode into a million particles and then start life anew as a tree. You don't think I'm magic?
Okay, I guess. How did you become magic? Yeah, I feel like my producer should have introduced you as magic person first.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not your producer. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. In fact, I have not
We
raised my
got
voice.
all the bullet points for your Wikipedia page, okay? I'm goddamn magic. I blow people up with my cum. I have a sport like Quidditch, but not really. And I organize leagues of football and baseball for babies.
In what way are you magic?
Huh?
I say, in what way are you magic?
Close your eyes.
How are you? Okay.
Close your eyes.
They're closed.
Okay, open your eyes.
Okay.
For those 10 seconds, your eyes were closed. The entire room was made of blue. And dragons were here.
What? How would I know that? I mean, that.
Your eyes have to be closed.
Wait, so no one can see your actual magic?
No, because your brain, you have to focus on my words and my magic.
Okay, let me close them again.
Okay. Oh my God, I can't. But look how many. Oh my God, look how many dumplings are here. Did you open your eyes?
I just opened them.
Yeah, they all
there's no
disappeared.
dumplings.
They all disappeared. They were all here.
How many dumplings were
Well,
here?
look at me. Don't I look like I ate a bunch of dumplings?
Yeah, I mean, not
I look
really.
similar, right? You don't really look different after you eat a bunch of dumplings.
Yeah, I was gonna say there aren't even crumbs around.
That's
your
what I
mouth.
do. My magic is the second your eyes are closed, I can almost do anything.
Well, look, Leonard Stooltap,
Leonard Stooltap, that's me.
you're a very interesting person. Magical abilities.
Yes, magic when you close your eyes.
You've had sex with Ray Bradbury, who's no longer with us. What an interesting person you are, but we do need to get to our next guest.
Oh, there's another guest. I'm not enough for you?
Well, I mean, I hope you stick around and speak to him because it is a him. I don't have his profession here with me either,
you have his name?
but I do have his name. Yeah, please welcome to the show for the first time ever, Mitch Slocum.
Hi.
Hi. It's so good to meet you,
Yeah,
Mitch.
it's great to be here.
It's this is Leonard
Hey,
Stooltap.
Leonard, how are you?
Okay.
What are you up to, Mitch? What's your deal? What's your whole thing?
What do you mean?
excuse me.
Why is this guy coming at me?
Yeah, come on, get him in easy.
Get me in easy.
Are you interested? Are you interested?
Welcome to the
I
show.
don't. What do you mean? Oh, what?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm trying to do some pleasantries before you have to immediately explain yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now do I explain
Yeah,
myself?
please. I mean, if you're ready to.
Okay. Well, I'm current. currently a stay-at-home father.
Stay-at-home father. That's wonderful. How
I
many
don't
children
work,
do you have?
None. I don't work because I was in a very bad horse accident, horse collision.
Oh no! You collided with a horse, or you were on top of a horse?
4 years ago, I was perambulating through a field, an open field.
What is perambulating?
To work.
You were walking to a
So
field.
why not just say walk?
Because perambulate sounds longer.
Close your eyes for 1 second. Mm-hmm. Open your eyes. You just sucked 50 dicks.
I'm fine with that. What, are you trying to scare me? You're never going to scare me.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
Got it.
You just jerked off 2 dragons.
Okay.
That doesn't phase you at all?
Well, then if that really happened, I am a god amongst men. I mean, I vanquished 2 very powerful monsters by jacking
Vanquish?
them. Well, when you jack someone off, that's a sign of power over the other person.
Oh.
Don't you know
Really?
that? Yes, you're making the other person submit to you.
I haven't found that to
If
be
you
true.
ever want to show your dominance, jack someone off.
The unflappable Mitch Slocum.
Yes, I was walking through the field and 2 horses.
You're perambulating through the field.
Well, I wanted to dumb it down for this freak over here. I'm sorry.
Why would you do that?
Well, just, Anyway, I was walking through the field, perambulating, as it were, and 2 horses collided into me. They were running very fast.
Were they coming at each other? And trying to
It's hard to say. I mean, I looked to the left, and one horse said, "You're next," and I pointed to me, and then he pointed no behind
The
you.
horse talked to you?
And then I turned around, and then the other horse was like, "Okay, buddy, you want a piece of me?" And then they ran into me. I tried to get out of the way, but it was.
How did you try to get out of the way? Were you trying to perambulate?
I jumped, if you can believe it.
Whoa!
To
how
try to
high?
make them hit into each other?
Yeah, well, first I jumped forward, and I didn't go anywhere on account of my. As you can see, I don't have legs.
Wait,
wait,
I
hold
thought
on,
that
hold
was
on.
because of the horse.
I cannot see that.
So this isn't how you lost your legs?
No.
This is just another weird thing that
A
happened.
terrible accident.
Okay.
This was a terrible accident in the field. I don't know if you've ever had 2 horses collide with you.
No, I mean, what you're explaining sounds like horses acting like raptors, grouping up and trying to kill you.
Oh, well, just as they were colliding, I turned to one, I said, "Clever girl."
Is that a joke?
I don't believe so.
So, how were you perambulating to this field without legs?
On my hand.
Okay.
Anywho, I lost my legs in a terrible wheat combine accident.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Combine accident.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
Okay.
You had legs for a little bit.
That doesn't bring me to tears if you're trying to
Tears-
make me emotional that for 1 second I
I'll
could
get
have
you
walked
emotional.
again.
I'll get you emotional.
I'd love that.
Here,
Anyway.
tell you what. Close your eyes again.
Okay.
Okay, now try to walk while your eyes are closed.
I don't believe I can.
Open your eyes. I did nothing, you fucking idiot.
Oh.
But you tried.
You did try.
Made you try.
Well, for a
Made you
sec-
try.
I don't believe I did. I think I
Major
was
try.
confused.
Wheat combine? Wheat combine?
A wheat combine.
Did you work for a company that was threshing?
No, I was messing around. I really shouldn't have been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was putting
was,
stones in the gears.
was this a loose combine somewhere or a friend's
Are
combine?
you an anti-wheat guy?
I was 8. What can a boy do other than
Oh,
put stones
yeah.
in the wheat combine gears?
Play.
Yeah.
Yes, and the farmer decided to teach me a lesson, and he waited for me when I was on the gears and on the blades, and he turned it on.
Oh no,
Wow.
that's a hard lesson to learn.
I learned it.
You did. You
And I'll
definitely
never
learned
do
it.
that again.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
don't
done
think-
it again since?
No, but I am passionate about rocks.
Okay, passionate about rocks. Tell us all everything.
I like to collect the magma ones and the outer space ones and the sediment ones and the ones that flake and the ones that are hard and the ones that are crusty and the ones that shard. And I like the rocks that go boom boom, and I take the rocks and I go zoom zoom down the hill. I roll them down the hill, big or small, it doesn't matter till they hit a man or a lady or a bus. I like it when they clang off the bus. Hey,
Wow, was that planned? That was incredible.
that's what I say at the beginning of all my
Okay,
rock
do it from the
meetings.
beginning then. Here we go.
Wait, I can't. I've got a 1 limit.
Oh, that
One
makes
limited
sense.
day.
It's
yeah.
a rule.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So,
So you're a rock collector. You're sort of a geologist in a
a
way. or-
geolord, it's what they're called.
Geolord.
In the
Wow.
circuit.
I had a couple of geologists on recently who were also singers.
Who? Name
it
the
was,
names.
Brashford.
I know him.
Yeah. And
Brashford.
Samson, I believe?
Samson, yes.
Samson's a
no,
good one.
I know them both.
Yeah, they're a married couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen them at the rock conventions.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They sing that one song that they barely know.
Yes.
Solid as a rock.
It's very confusing. Rock conventions could mean rock and roll music.
Yeah, how often does that happen where you think you're going to a convention
And it turns out
it's Lollapalooza.
It's just Def Leppard. or something
Coachella.
like
The amount of accidental warp tours that I've been to is
I can't even imagine.
I can't even tell you.
Do you enjoy them though?
Are you kidding me? Who doesn't like a little ooh?
A little Long Beach All Stars.
Did you ever go? Is Lilith Fair confusing or
Let
no?
the bodies hit the floor.
Oh wow! Do you sing?
I try to.
Well, let's hear a little bit of it.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Oh, you only know 3 words from each thing?
Yeah. I do it all for the nookie.
Oh, I know that one. The Nookie.
Let me see.
Corn. You know any corn?
All day I dream about sex.
Is that true?
But I
Are
was
you big
quoting
into
the corn.
sex? Are you big into sex?
I'm celibate by choice.
You are
Oh
wow.
my goodness, we are polar. We are.
Why?
We are milk and cereal. We are
What,
so
milk
opposite.
and cereal and milk.
Here we go.
Milk and cereal and milk. Milk and cereal and milk. Milk and cereal and milk. You know, we should try that in a round. Would you?
Okay,
would you
here we
care
go.
to?
Yeah, you start us off.
So I think, will I point or you'll just know?
Yes,
what do we
we'll
do?
just
I think
know.
it would on milk and.
On and.
Oh, to
on
do like a
hand.
roll your boat?
Yeah.
Row your boat.
Here we go.
Round.
I'm ready
It's
when
called,
you are.
all
You
right.
start us off.
I'll go after.
Milk and cereal and milk. Milk
Wait, do you want me to do it different time? You go second time.
milk. Milk and cereal,
cereal and
Oh,
milk.
no.
Milk and cereal and milk.
Milk and cereal.
Cereal and milk. And cereal and milk.
We almost did it. I'd like to try again.
Okay, ready, go. I thought you meant make up new words to it. 1, 2.
Wait, I'm laughing. It's too much fun.
Is that a
So let's
joke?
everyone do it.
Are we
deadly
in a
serious.
joke?
Okay,
Deadly serious.
dearly serious.
Everyone frown.
All right, so
Okay.
think of the worst thing that's happened. So for me, it's killing all those people in my sperm.
Losing my legs and then getting hit by the horses.
What about you, Scott?
This show?
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Milk and cereal and milk. Milk and cereal and milk. Milk and cereal and milk. Milk and cereal and
Milk and cereal.
You know, have you ever had a dream in the morning where you can't wake up from? Isn't it like that?
Is that like this?
It sounds like that's what that sounds
That was a
like.
lot of fun.
I loved it.
Okay, so they're okay. So they're playing Leonard Stooltap and Mitch Slocum. I believe I mentioned Brashford and Franklin, not Sampson. I believe it's Bashford and Sampson is who I meant to mention when I mentioned Brashford and Franklin, who are from a different episode who may be coming up later on the countdown. Who knows?
say?
Who can say?
Who can say?
Certainly not I. Not the likes of you.
Certainly not. Only God can say.
Only God can judge us. Do you think he's out there judging us?
Yeah, I do. If I know him.
This God guy?
Very judgmental.
Very judgmental guy.
Like that's all he cares about.
That's all he cares about is creating us. First of all, he creates us.
yeah. To judge us?
Just to judge us?
Just to judge us?
Just to judge us?
God, you created us? Just to judge us?
We are going out of our minds.
It's happening.
We have, look, guys, we have one more clip before the end of this episode and before you and I go on a lunch break.
Look, we have one more clip.
But let's, before we do that, we have to go to a break. Is that all right?
We have to do that.
When we come back, we're going to have episode 7 on the countdown. This is so exciting. We're really getting to it.
Lucky Slevin.
Lucky number 11. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang. Hi, everyone. Scott Aukerman here. Did you know, and I hope you do, that in 2018, Earwolf published 1,785 episodes. That's over 1,591 hours. That's 66 days worth of podcast listening if you never went to sleep. Since you probably don't have that kind of time, all of the hosts and producers here at Earwolf chose their favorite episode of their show this year and made a playlist for you. Go see if your favorite episode made the cut and check out some new shows. What better place to start than the very best episode of the year, after all? I believe for Comedy Bang Bang, I might have picked an episode. I don't want to spoil it, but just check it out. Go over to earwolf.com/picks, that's Picks, to see all the selections. Again, that's earwolf.com/picks. All of these episodes are out from behind the paywall, and Stitcher Premium members, there is a special version of the playlist just for you. Oh boy, just search Stitcher or search Stitcher for Earwolf Pack Picks 2018. Thanks for a great year of podcasts. We want to hear your favorites. Tell us your favorite episode of 2018 with a hashtag Earwolf Picks. Don't say /tag. It's just hashtag Earwolf Picks. Comedy Bang Bang. Wow, we're really doing it.
Scott, we're tearing through this shit.
We're tearing this countdown a new a-hole.
Oh, we're like shit through a goose.
Do geese shit a lot? Is that why that express? Or I guess when you're watching a goose, it's just like shitting constantly.
They
right?
can't hold their grain. They love grain, but they can't.
It just goes right through them.
It goes right through them like
diarrhea geese. Diarrhea.
Is it that? I don't know that it's.
When you're
well said, Scott.
Sliding into home and you're feeling all that foam.
Diarrhea. I think it's said. It's not so much that they shit all the time.
Why is that? Can I ask? Why? What is the convergence of diarrhea and baseball? That rhyme.
You really don't know?
No,
you really don't know.
No, I don't. Why?
Scott, this is absurd.
Why did that rhyme? I don't understand. Like diarrhea when you when you're coming into first and you feel your trousers burst. When you're sliding into third and you feel that big turd. Although that's the opposite of diarrhea as far like why? Who was like, listen, I got an idea. Let's imagine baseball players have diarrhea.
Now look, I'm a baseball fan.
Sure.
So I know this.
You're Mr. Baseball.
They call me Mr. Baseball. And this is maybe a little inside that game.
Sure. Just like a pitch might be at certain points.
In order to perform at the peak
at the level these guys are
level.
Yeah.
They all have diarrhea.
Is it because of their dietary?
Yes.
I see. And the certain medications that one has to take?
Yes.
They're basically all on speed.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Diarrhea speed.
The speed at which diarrhea passes through.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it's that goose shit all the time. It's that they shit so quickly.
They're just like in it. They're just like, there it goes.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. People were like looked at that and said, "Wow, they shit so fast."
Have you ever seen a goose like settle down with a magazine on a toilet? No, you haven't.
No toilet for you.
R.I.B.
Oh, Paul, we're really doing it though. You have to admit.
I am compelled to admit that. Yes, we are.
The power
really
of Christ compels you to admit that we are really doing it.
The power of Christ compels you.
Why aren't TV preachers really a thing anymore?
There's
were they parodied so much that people don't take them seriously enough?
They were mortified.
You know how, like in the late 80s and early 90s, it was like, enough parodies of TV preachers. We know they're seedy. We know they're just, there for money. But it worked.
It did.
It really worked.
I think what happened was TV preachers, when they saw all the comedians make fun of them, they were like, let's lay low for a little bit.
And then we'll come back.
Until people forget.
For all these hilarious
it's
parodies.
It's going to become a hacky thing. And then we'll wait till we'll write it out. And then when people kind of forget about it, we'll be back.
Mm-hmm. We'll be back. I meant for that to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger, and instead, we'll be back is what I said. There's a way to do a Schwarzenegger, and I completely missed it.
What if in that movie he was like, "We'll be back," and then slowly into frame he has a little hand puppet that comes up. And the hand puppet just nods
and says, "Cosine."
I wish people could see what I'm doing. It's real good puppet work.
It's so funny. Your space work is exceptional.
Thank you.
We have to get to our final clip of this episode, Paul.
We have to get to the final clip of this episode.
Oh, I can really see it.
Yeah, I'm doing a puppet.
This is exciting because this is episode number 7.
Number 7.
All right, number 7. This is episode 574 504, Paul.
The
This-
500s are very popular this year.
Not only that, but this is the final episode that was eligible for our countdown.
This is impossible.
From first to last. I believe the
Bible tells us?
Bible tells
The Alpha
us.
and the Omega.
524, which was on our previous countdown, Merry Chunky Christmas. That was not our first episode eligible. I thought it was from first to last, but it's not. I think there was one or two before then. But this is the last episode that was eligible. This is an episode called Conan Never Goes Outside.
Oh, boy.
And the parties involved in this are Conan O'Brien.
That's right.
From the titular Tonight Show. No, of course he has his own show, Conan.
Of course he has.
Paul F. Tompkins.
That's me.
Lauren Lapkus.
That's her.
And Mary Holland.
That is also her.
All of these people are involved in this episode. And this was merely a month ago, I believe, that we recorded this.
It seems like only yesterday, but it was in fact yesterday and then 3
Plus
weeks.
about 3 weeks or so, or maybe 4.
Yeah, maybe 4.
And of course, this is an episode where our label mate, he is on the Earwolf Network, Conan O'Brien, was making the rounds, doing some podcasts, and agreed very nicely to do ours. And
Well, he agreed. Was he nice about it?
I'm not sure. I believe he complained about it on a different podcast.
Seems unlike him.
Well, I have run into Conan a couple of times here and there. I directed the Between Two Ferns episode he was in, which was in the basement of the Tonight Show theater at Universal Studios when he was there for about 6 months. And we filmed it in the basement there. So I'd run into him a couple of times, but I don't really know him.
Does anyone?
That's the whole premise of his show.
Oh, yeah.
That he has no friends.
I guess I won't pitch that to him.
Hey, here's a pitch for you. You got no friends.
Nobody likes you.
But it was a pleasure talking to him. Actually, in these clips that we're going to play, we don't normally play a lot of the interview segment on these clips, but it was such a good interview that I wanted to play some of it.
Why not?
And we talk about the very topic that you and I were discussing not moments ago, SCTV, where he tells John Candy stories. Right. We are going to play a little bit of the interview. By the way, if you don't know if you're just listening to these episodes for the first time, you don't really know what Comedy Bang Bang is. Normally, the show starts off with a real person, and I'm talking to them, and I do a little bit of an interview, not too serious, about what they're up to, and then we bring in fake characters. So we're going to play a little bit of the real interview with Conan, and then we are going to play a section from you and Lauren Lapkus. You're playing Pat and Scat Hamptoncrat, two hoteliers. And after this, later, Mary Holland plays a ghost. But instead, we're going to hear these first two clips. This is your episode 7.
Number 7.
Big Beatles fan. Do you like the Beatles?
What happened there? Did you just have a small stroke?
Yeah,
How did you?
Tiny one.
So you've done no preparation.
Oh, absolutely.
You're not even sure who I am.
I think that you are.
You think I'm Bill Burr wearing a wig, don't you? That's what you think.
Do you think you have more hair than Bill Burr?
I know I have more hair than Bill Burr.
So let's talk about the podcast.
I have more hair than Lucille Ball.
Currently.
Yes. Oh, God, why did you do it? Why did you remind us that she's gone?
People need reminding about these facts because otherwise they don't know.
She lives on in our hearts, doesn't she?
She certainly does.
As long as they're on that tube, that flickering screen, they're still alive. I will live long after my death in 11 years. I will still be around because somewhere they'll be showing my show accidentally.
Is that why everything's going up on the web? Because
I'm preparing.
Right.
For the end of days.
It must be difficult, and this is leading you down another legal avenue here. But how difficult is it to get the rights from the NBC shows? You're not on NBC.
No,
anymore.
that was. It took us a while.
Yeah.
But we. I get along very well with all the people that are there now, and it's a joint venture with them. And so let's say putting it up on the web makes us $8.
Right.
They'll get $7 of it.
7. Okay, that's not a great split for you.
I'm not interested in the money. I never was.
You just want people to see it.
I've never been paid for my show.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty much been an intern.
So you're the opposite of Jay Leno, who doesn't spend his money,
right?
But he gets paid.
If I could get money, I would spend it like crazy.
What would you spend it on?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
I can't. You're the type of celebrity that I can't imagine ever driving down the street.
It's funny when you say celebrity, I don't think of myself as a celebrity. I think of someone that interacts with celebrities. But I myself don't feel that way.
I mean, obviously,
I'm not in celebrity magazines. You can't. I defy you to find me. No paparazzi wants a picture of me. My plan worked perfectly. I get to be in comedy, and I am completely uninteresting and remain uninteresting to anyone who takes photographs of celebrities.
And yet you probably have all of the annoying aspects of celebrity of, can you go down the street without people wanting to take your picture?
I get a lot of selfie requests.
Right.
Yeah.
How many do you grant?
I grant every single selfie
100%.
request. That's not a joke. That's
really?
not a joke. I do.
And why is that? Do you see
it takes
yourself?
A second. I do it, and I know that
yourself as a young comedy fan.
I remembered. I remembered when I was a young comedy just fanatic, and occasionally would meet a hero. And I was not the kind of person to approach them, but if I did get the chance to, spend a day with John Candy, right? Who I just idolized.
It was recently the anniversary of his death, I believe, or his birthday. Recently, his birthday. One of the two, coming or going.
Why you cut in there, I don't know, but but that was your choice, and you made it, and now we're talking about his death. Interesting style.
Lucille Ball, him.
Yeah, but I got to spend a day with him. I'm going to keep going. I got to spend a day with him back in 1984, and I remembered very clearly that he was everything I wanted him to be. He was just full of life. He was Falstaff. He was really hilarious. He was really funny. And I thought, if I ever get the opportunity, I really did think this at the time, if I ever get the opportunity to do what I would most like to do, and I'm known for it, I want to be, when people are a fan and they meet me, I want to show them that it's a real thing. You know, I don't want it to be artifice, and no, that's how I act on TV, but I'm not really that person. So that's sort of almost a quasi-religious thing with me.
Can you tell us one example of a story about John Candy where he,
yes.
in the day, how many hours are we talking? You said
I got to spend, I was in college at the time, and I was running the humor magazine, and I invited him to come visit our humor magazine because I just adored him. And in Boston, and he said yes, which I couldn't believe. I picked him up at the airport. He flew in. I remembered him to this day. I remembered him coming down an escalator, holding a paperback that he'd been reading on the plane. The minute I met him, I thought, oh, don't be the nerd who brings up all your favorite SCTV skits. But he's so friendly. I just brought up, the Yellow Belly was a skit where it came with a song. It was a parody of a TV show about it was like, his yellow belly, and he's a cowardly cavalry officer who gets discharged for cowardice. And it just shows him walking down the street, and a woman and a little girl walk by him, and the girl says, I think that's Yellow Belly. And he turns around and shoots them both in the back. It was the hardest I've laughed as a kid. You never saw anything that mean, that edgy. And there was a song, he's a coward, yet I brought it up to John Candy, and he was delightful, and he reenacted it.
What?
And then I had been told by his people, you've got to make sure that John Candy stays on his diet. He's on a Pritikin diet. Mm-hmm. He's on a Pritikin diet, and they sent me, back then, I think they had to send it through the mail. This is back in the 1940s. But they sent it through pneumatic tube.
Mail carrier on a horseback.
Yes, exactly. I got this thing, and it was like he can have 4 ounces of boiled chicken, no skin. He can have this. He can have that.
Why are you in charge of this?
Because I was hosting
You're
him.
Driving him.
No. But I was hosting him for the day, so they wanted to make sure that I got him all the right food that he needed because he was on this really serious diet. So he shows up. And the first thing he did is he said, hey, let's walk around. Let's get the feel of the city. And he was this larger-than-life, really fun guy. Come on. He kept calling me kid. Hey, kid, come on. And I was like, oh, all right. I'm the height I am now, 6'4", but I was about 155 pounds. And just this big floppy thing of hair and super skinny. I'm like, oh, okay, Mr. Candy. And I'm walking along with him, and the first thing he does is he goes into a pastry shop. And he starts pointing to eclairs in the cabinet. And he was like, well, I'll take that one. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Give me 2 of those. Give me 2 of those. And they start putting all these eclairs. And I'm getting really nervous. And I'm really freaking out. And he looked at me and he winked and he went, don't worry, kid. They're Pritikin eclairs. And I was like, I'm in a show with him.
Right.
I'm in a show with him.
He lived his life like it was a show, and
Yes.
everyone else was the cast.
Yes, exactly. And I thought, that's beautiful. What a beautiful, his life was, that's a really special moment for me. And then recently, not too long ago, I ran into a woman who said, I'm John Candy's, I'm his daughter. And I remembered that you hung out with my dad for a day, or that, I've heard you talk about it. And then we exchanged information, and then she sent me a photo that her dad took of me.
What?
On campus. Yeah, and it's
amazing.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
And that he kept in his photo book.
Or he never threw out any photo.
Right.
I doubt it was that important to him.
Wow.
I was just random kid at the time.
Incredible. And do you know, did he wasn't still with us in 93, or was he by the time you got your show?
I desperately would have wanted to be a guest, but he passed away just a few months into our show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
you did it again. You're incredible. You're incredible. I just have to say.
Sorry.
We'll be back to discuss both Kennedy assassinations.
Well, we have to bounce to our next guests. They are two hoteliers, and I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Does anyone say hoteliers? Or is it always hoteliers?
Some people say that and they're wrong, yeah.
Okay.
Some people do.
Let's welcome them to the show. They've never been on the show before, so this is an exciting opportunity to talk to them. Please welcome Pat and Scott Hampton-Kratt. I really had to read that. That's a lot of letters in that.
When we
last
have
name.
to introduce ourselves.
We have to write it sometimes.
Well,
How do you think we feel?
Pat and Scott Hampton-Kratt.
That's right.
This is Conan O'Brien.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, Pat and
How do you do?
Kratt.
Which one is Pat? Which one's Scat?
Well, I'm Scat because I don't want to explain.
Because is scatological?
No, my full name's Scat Trisha.
Oh, Scatricia. Okay.
Yeah, why would you go down the scatological route with Scatricia?
She said it like, well, you know what I mean.
And my full name is Patman.
Pat, like Pac-Man?
No, like Patman Crothers.
Oh,
yeah. Why are you getting these wrong? That's where I went too. I thought he meant like Patman Crothers. What?
I'm sorry, I've never seen The Shining, so I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks
Scott.
so much.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You're hoteliers. What hotel
Yes, we
are you
are.
in charge of?
Well,
It's not exactly a hotel.
Yes, it's a property. It's a property that we own that people can pay money to stay in.
I love a good property when I go on vacation. Conan, do you ever go on vacation? I mean, you must go somewhere.
I do.
What's your city of choice?
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
I only go to Nova Scotia. There's a small shack there down by the water that I like to visit. Mm-hmm. It's very expensive, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they keep it open for you year round? Is that?
It needs to be ready to go at any moment.
Any moment.
Yeah.
What's in that shack? Is it just
I'd rather not say.
a table, a chair, and one
Let's just
rifle?
say looks can be deceiving. It looks like a very simple shack on the outside. Inside, it's quite opulent.
It's like the TARDIS.
Yeah, and it goes down many levels. It's a way for me, let's be honest, a world-renowned celebrity to get away.
Now, earlier in the show, you were saying you didn't consider yourself to be a celebrity, and suddenly you're world-renowned?
That was just for saps.
Scott, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show, guys.
You know what I will say? I would never, as a host, Pat and Scat, I would never, ever.
This is
if
not
you
a
were on-
competition
Excuse
between
me.
us.
Oh, I think it has become
I'm sorry,
one.
I'm trying to hear Conan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scat. I'm sorry, Scatricia, not
Please,
for
Scat.
scatological. Scat.
Scatological for short.
Okay, well now,
For sure.
I would never have. He swiveled his chair away from you, and
My chair
addressed
has
me.
been right here the entire show.
I heard a squeaking swivel. He swiveled it away, looked at me. I look at both of you, and I say, "You said it's not a real hotel. What kind of building is it?"
Thank
Do you want to take over for
so
me?
much
I would
for
love to
asking.
just add
I'd like
color
to-
commentary every
Sure.
once in a while. If
Oh,
you want
this
to
is
do
a-
play-by-play.
I'll happily.
This is a
Okay, very
treat.
good.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, we have a home in Sandusky, Ohio.
That's right.
And
Sandusky,
the home
Ohio.
of Jerry Sandusky.
Wait, they've named the city after him?
They had a whole
To
parade.
be fair, they named it long before.
Oh, okay.
It was named before, and there
He
haven't
was
had.
named after the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talked about changing the name
since then.
Yeah, but it's
just talk.
That's a bureaucratic mess to
It's
try and
too
get
hard.
into
Too
that.
many
It
IDs.
is, and a lot of pranksters are saying, "Let's call it Paterno, Ohio."
Yeah.
It's like that's a lateral.
But then what are you
move
going to
at
do?
best.
You gotta update all of your accounts online to
That's
see where your
right.
address is.
That's right.
move.
Everyone
much.
would have to fill out a change of address form.
Everyone. Then
Every
what?
single
So
person.
There's no point. So we absolutely love it there, of course.
We love it there, of course.
So you have this house. Is it the house that is that you consider that the hotel, or is there another structure?
It's a structure
It's
that
a
we
structure
use.
that we
it's
use.
a home.
It is a home.
And then during the week, so we don't have any customers or patrons, as we so love to call it.
That's right.
We stay there. We live there, and this is our home.
Yeah.
Now,
When it's empty, we live there.
And when it's empty, we live there. And when we get a customer, patron, as we
sometimes like to call them.
we move out.
What we do is
well,
we move
I
out.
jump to the end. We pack our bags.
We pack.
Take a shower.
First, we make
First we
sure
wake up.
We don't need
all of
every
the-
step.
No, first we wake up.
We wake up.
Eat breakfast.
Eat
Don't forget, 'cause
breakfast.
I'm always hungry.
We both wake up hungry every day.
And now we're brother and sister, which of course we haven't gotten out yet. So
right.
we're very similar in our eating habits. Now, because when we were born in the
I
womb,
think everyone eats first thing in the morning as far as.
well, we had the same mom.
That's right.
We come out starving. First
Both
second
of
we were born, we both wanted the tit.
That's right. Luckily, there were two.
Did one of you get left one and one of you get right one? Or
I got
Nope.
left in the dust.
You've been using that joke
And I
a lot
got-
your whole life, haven't you?
And I got
haven't
right
you, Scott?
in there.
Scott,
You got me.
you've been using that,
You
right?
got me.
That's not the first time you've
It's
uncorked
not
that
the,
one.
it's not the first time I said any of this.
It's true. We've said all of this before.
You guys are reading this off a script. I
Yes, we
noticed.
are.
Yes, and thank you for saying your lines.
We're shy people, and we have a difficult time with strangers.
Yeah.
And we're both visual learners.
Visual learners.
Gotta see it written there.
Flashcards. And,
Flashcards are great.
yeah.
Do you provide a service when people stay with you
Yes.
as a hotel would?
Yes, we do.
Turn down, turn up.
So you turn down service and
Turn down the TV, turn up the sheets.
That's right.
so you turn the TV all the way down.
Yeah.
When
Sounds
people
erotic.
say we need turn down
We'll
service,
do what you want.
we'll ask turn down for what, and then they have to be very specific.
Right. Is that how that song started?
What song?
Well, this,
Oh, you don't know
actually,
about that
I made a song about it.
Oh, okay.
It goes like this.
God, you made a song.
I was waiting to debut it at the show.
But you're debuting it in front of me as a surprise.
Yeah, you love surprises.
This is a debut of a song. This
You know
is
what? The
exciting.
spit is flying in this room.
It really
No one
is.
can see.
A lot of people don't know this. We're almost 10 years into the show, and I've been spat upon
I
so much.
need a salad guard of something.
We both just got braces. You'll have to
Well,
forgive
yeah,
us.
so you have to understand. What I got is this guard at the base of my teeth that blocks my tongue from going forward.
What I have,
Very difficult to talk.
I just got some old-fashioned metal braces, like from a museum.
They have leather bands.
So let's hear this song, the
Yeah,
debut.
so it goes like this. Turn down for what? I haven't figured out the rest yet.
Oh,
Wait, that's the end. That's the beginning and the end.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I think you got a good start there, though.
Well, thank you. This is why you're very supportive, and this is why our family works so well together, and why we
Exactly.
decided to live together in the first place.
Yes.
Well, we moved out.
have you ever lived apart, or did you move back in with each other?
I moved out at one point.
Right.
You stayed home with mommy.
Yes, I did. I stayed home with mommy.
Is
for
mommy
several
still
years.
around?
Mommy
no,
passed.
mommy passed.
Mommy's past, Conan.
Mommy passed Conan.
That
Mommy
doesn't
passed
always,
Conan.
that doesn't always necessarily mean that she's dead. Many
true.
people use that I've
In
been
an
fooled by-
entertainment
I've been past
context.
can also mean career on the wane.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people question who's passed? Has Conan
Exactly.
passed? Is his
Oh,
career,
yes.
But is she dead? I hate
well,
to be
yeah,
well,
she
she-
has passed.
She has passed, but her
and
career
it
did
die
it
first.
floundered.
Woo!
Was
Yes.
she an entertainer?
Absolutely.
Yes,
she was a
she
magician.
certainly was. He was a stage magician.
She was a stage magician.
Yeah.
It's all types of
Never
trap
took it
doors
to
in our
television.
house. No. The TV wasn't invented.
Oh, this was before the 30s or so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess our ages.
Okay.
We won't be offended.
I would imagine.
We've heard it all.
We've heard it all.
We've
Everything
heard
from
it
1
all.
to a million.
I would imagine you must be around 80 or so.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you're getting warmer.
Uh-oh, it's getting
When they
hot
walked
here.
in, I have to say, Scott, when they first walked in, I almost stood and said thank you for your service in the Korean War to them both. And then I thought that might be
Presumptuous.
or like saying to a woman, oh, a baby's on the way. And she
Sure,
just
yeah.
had,
It's
You'd be
one of the most
shocked.
insulting
Burrito.
things you could
If you
do.
had said thank you for your service to the Korean War, I would have thought my son walked in here.
Yeah, but if you said thank you for being pregnant and I'm 85, I'd think, nope, that's just my hard belly.
oh.
So you're not
I wasn't
pregnant.
going to say that.
No,
No,
Scott
that's
had
my
a-
hard old lady belly.
He always had a rock hard belly.
Rock hard, distended
Is it
belly.
okay
hard.
if I feel it? Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking. I just want to make sure everyone knows that I'm.
Feel it?
Oh my
Knock on
God,
it.
that is
See?
well, that was a very fake sound. But yeah, that's exactly how it. The way it sounded is just how it felt.
And it opens right up, and I keep stuff inside.
Oh my God!
Look at
That's
that.
some sort of trap door in there.
Crazy.
Like a marsupial's pouch.
Yep. You want to see? What do I got this time?
Oh, can I guess?
Yeah.
Alarm clock.
Nope. Polly Pockets.
What is it?
Polly Pocket.
Polly Pockets. What is
It's an
Polly?
old toy from the 90s where you'd open up a little shell and she'd be inside there.
So
it's
you're
like-
very old, but you referred to something from the 90s as being old.
Yeah.
I turn it over to you, lawyer.
Well, it's one of those really old toys from the late 90s.
When I was 70.
Our mother forbade us to have toys until we were in our 50s.
Oh, see, okay.
And boy, do we have fun.
Oh, well, we finally got those
we
toys.
finally got to play with a little
stretch
hoop and a stick.
Somewhere around 1988, you finally got to play with toys.
Yeah, ball and jacks.
Strawberry shortcake,
Yak.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yep, all of it.
Slime.
Floam.
FOMO.
Why are you here?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
So you did like that interview question.
Well, I thought in a way it was refreshing because it's like he opened a window and just this gust of air came in. Why are you here? You're two hoteliers.
Speaking of opening a window.
We're here to tell you we're opening up our house for services.
That's right, which includes windows.
Doors, windows.
That's a pretty good segue.
And you will leave. Where do you go when you leave the house?
That's a brilliant question.
Exactly.
Let's say I check in, and where do you guys go?
We evacuate.
We evacuate. we evacuate our bowels.
Okay, your bowels. Okay.
Then we do that first.
I take a big dump, not to be confused with my name, and then we leave.
We leave.
So you leave them with the dump.
No. I flush the toilet.
Of course, it's in the toilet. What do you think, I am an animal?
We flush the toilet for each other.
Of course we do.
The general environment
Polite.
is such that a dump has recently been evacuated.
You can say that about any place.
Yeah, everywhere
And
you
you're
go, it's
probably
probably
right.
true.
I guess so.
So we evacuate. Of course, we have to stay on the premises, though, because in case anything goes wrong.
Where do
That's
you
right.
stay? You stay on the premises in a guest house, or
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You have complete freedom
You have
in the house.
privacy in your own entrance.
That's right.
You have your own, and you have
The
your own
front door?
bed. You have your own front door. You have your own back door.
And if you don't look out the back door, you won't see us.
So
It'll be like we're
are
not
you
even
right
there.
outside the back door? That's
We're
the sense
right
I had.
outside
And no,
there.
it's connected to the door, and it's actually a room.
Yes.
In the house.
so it's
Yes.
an adjoining room.
Yes.
So it's not detached.
But there's a glass door in the kitchen. You can see right into
That's
it.
right. It's
know what?
separated.
If it
it's
leads
like,
into, I'm sorry, but if it leads into another room, it's technically not the back door. It's a door that leads into. I'm sorry, but that's just
no.
the truth.
I understand.
So, now you're the lawyer.
People get confused about this a lot. They get
Okay.
confused about who's a lawyer and who isn't. What it is there's a very thin strip
It's
of
a
backyard.
very thin,
strip.
perfect grass.
How thin? Like a
Pristine
Brazilian wax?
like a Brazilian wax on a pussy. Yeah, it's exactly the
Whoa,
thing.
hold
You
on.
said
Hey,
it
Scott,
first.
Hold on,
I didn't want to
Skatricia.
say that.
Scott,
You
no.
said it.
He said Brazilian wax, but he didn't say pussy. You said pussy.
Okay, an eyebrow
we thought
Brazilian
that, of
wax.
course.
Yeah, it's as thin as an eyebrow.
Scott, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but for a 92-year-old woman, I find some of your language offensive.
Well, I've been on this earth long enough. I can do whatever I want.
I feel like you're in the right
She
to
is our
use
elder.
some salty language.
Look, you want to say anything bad? I'm open for it.
Wow, you're sort of coming on to me. That's the vibe I'm getting, Scott.
Hey, take it as you will. My brother here likes to interpret everything I do as coming on. Not to him, of course.
Never to
But
me.
he thinks I'm a big flirt.
I think you are a big flirt.
Well,
you know that you
no,
are.
I'm not.
You've never been married?
Well, no, I haven't.
I've been married for 35 years.
And he's still with her.
congratulations.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, well, I assumed
wait,
when he
where-
said that, he didn't
Where does
just get divorced.
where does she live?
She lives at her home.
She lives in her home.
Yes.
And you live with your sister.
Well, of course I do.
Yeah, she has
Okay,
to
but
braid
you've
my
been
hair,
married.
obviously.
Have you
Yeah.
ever consummated the marriage?
Happily married.
Have you consummated the marriage?
You mean fuck?
Okay, if you're gonna
Say it plainly,
Oh, I thought I was
Conan.
talking to Scott for a second.
Look, we're folks. We've been on this earth a long time.
We
have a lot
know
of
when
time
you say
for-
consummate, you mean fuck.
That's right.
Just
You
get
don't
to
have
the
time to
point.
mince words.
No time.
It's like a great comedian once said. You know, if you say the word consummate, that just makes me think the word fuck. So why don't you just say the word fuck?
Who was that? The Bells?
Huh?
Louis
no, that was
C.K.
that was Bob Newhart.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You big Louis C.K. fans?
Love his early stuff.
Not so much recently?
No, yeah.
Ah, good clips.
Good clips to us all.
Good clips to all of you, and to all a good clip.
And good clips to you too, and to all your family too.
And God bless
you and keep you
Happy New
around.
Year. I still remember my
I think I was the baritone in our 4-person a cappella group that would wander the Sacramento Mall and sing, dressed in, of course, Dickensian garb.
Of course.
I, as notorious power bottom Ebenezer Scrooge. But I still remember my baritone parts of all of those songs. I think we had a repertoire of probably 15 songs that we would wander around doing. And I still remember, and God bless you and have you a happy new year, which is the baritone harmony.
I talked about this on another podcast. We got
How
this
dare
with
you.
my friends. Well, where do you hear? You won't be upset. with our friends Hal Lublin and Mark Gagliardi. They have a podcast called We Got This, where they settle, they try to determine, settle arguments and determine the best of this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
And so we were doing an episode about the best songs for Christmas caroling. Not the best Christmas carol, but the best song for Christmas caroling.
Right. Not the best Christmas carol.
Yes.
Not the best person who played notorious power bottom Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's right. Not the best part of the movie Carol that came out around Christmas time.
Right. No, definitely not.
And I was reminded of when I was in high school and we did I think it was Annie Get Your Gun.
Annie, get your gun.
That's right. The Squeeze musical.
Yeah, the Squeeze jukebox
there's a
musical.
There's a song in it called "I Got the Sun in the Morning and the Moon at Night."
I don't know that one.
I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. And so my character was in the chorus for that. It's a whole big group number. And periodically I'll remember out of nowhere that we had to sing at one point, sun, morning, and moon night. And that's all I remember.
Sun, morning, and moon night.
But the great Natalie Walker, who is a terrific actress.
Didn't you do a show in New York with
I
her
did.
recently?
That's right. She guested on Spontaneous Nation.
You sang Shallow
we
with her.
sang Shallow together, yes. Yeah. She posted a video either last Christmas or a couple Christmases ago.
Last Christmas, she posted a video.
That's right. She sang just the alto part to her,
I saw this.
her
Yes.
school's arrangement of that Mariah Carey Christmas song.
Right, yes. I
And
enjoyed
then
that.
what very, very recently, a bunch of kids did that on stage. They did just
the
that
alto part?
Yes,
Oh.
of the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love that. I think we did that on What I Did for Love, maybe the chorus line when I was in choir in high school. I think it was like, gone, love is never gone, as we travel on.
That's beautiful.
It really is.
I don't even need to hear the rest of the song.
Did you, when you were in choir, did you, I mean, this is how you drum those melodies into you is you work with the piano player and they plunk out just your part and you have to memorize just your part.
I've for years, and I still work with Evan Schletter and try in order for me to learn a harmony, I have to listen to it over and over and over again, like I'm being brainwashed in a cult.
Right. Yes.
I have to. There's no other way. I don't pick up on them quickly.
Right.
And so Eben will like sometimes try to give me a note if we're rehearsing or something.
Right.
It's like that doesn't help me at all.
Right. But a
pitch pipe sort of works for me.
It is interesting though, because if you hear it along with everyone else's part, it's very difficult to learn.
Yes.
So you just have to hear it.
You have to isolate it.
Like it's the melody of the song. So
you gotta keep them separated. Hey, hey.
Oh, give it to me, baby. All right.
We're going to be counting down the top Offspring songs.
I think we just did.
Numbers 1 and 2 with a bullet. Or with respective bullets. All right, we need to close this out. It's getting to be lunchtime for us, and it's the end of the episode for the rest of you.
It's pretty fly for a white guy.
We are going to have 2 episodes next week where we count down the top 6 On Monday, we will be counting down 6, 5, and 4. And then on Thursday, the following Thursday, 3, 2, and 1. What could they be? What could they be? Contact.
I know. Do you want me to tell you right now?
It's the feeling. You don't know. I keep these secret. It's the motion.
You think I didn't hack into your fucking phone, bro?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a phone hacker, bro.
Into the mainframe?
I'm jacked into the mainframe.
Johnny Mnemonic?
Yeah, straight days.
All right, we got to go. But we will see you on Monday, New Year's Eve, for the rest, or for the continuing part of our countdown, part 3, from Paul F. Tompkins and myself. Maybe it's just too early in the game. Oh, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing, New Year's? New Year's. We got there. All right, see you then.
Hi, I'm Paul F. Tompkins. My podcast, Spontaneation, is wrapping up at episode 200, and that final show will drop on Monday, January 21st. We'll have one of our favorite guests in for an interview and an extra-long improv set featuring an expanded lineup of Spontaneation All-Stars. Whether you've been a fan from day one or you've never even heard the show before, I hope you'll listen to this very special episode. Happy New Year!